Okay, we're starting up again. Give me one moment. I think we'll continue. Yeah, it was definitely behaving badly. Hopefully it's fixed now. We'll also have to figure out some things. There we go. Just making sure the controller works. So we should be live. Let's go ahead and switch over to the game. Continue where we left off. Much better. Let's go ahead and take a look at our stats before we go any further. I took some damage, so I should probably use healing before we continue onwards. Unfortunately, the brief pause kind of distracted me. I'm trying to think. We were trying to come up with passcodes. I think it was 3 July 54, so I think it wants 3754. But we're just gonna go ahead and continue. We should be fine here. Actually, I want to set up one thing before we go any further. Thank you, thank you. Disable this, and there we go. Now I can see the chat a little easier. So I just want to take one look at my equipment before I go any further, because I know I was messing with my equipment last stream. I have the Zodiac bracelet on with the metal belt. That should probably be okay. Although... Oh, you know what? I did miss an item. Hold on, before we go any further. I actually need the item. I think it might be on the railing here. Oops. There's one item I didn't pick up last time. It might be over here. It is indeed over here. I want another Zodiac bracelet specifically for this upcoming fight, or I'll be in trouble. Yeah, I mostly just want to avoid status ailments, so I think between all these things I should be fine. Because Girl in Danger is Crucifix, so she's immune to everything, but now we don't have to worry about Paralysis or Petrification in this upcoming fight. I forget which one the boss does. It might be Paralysis. I mean, he seems to be behaving okay now. Hopefully that trend continues. We'll go ahead and fight this out. Ooh, slightly too soon. But again, we're just one-shotting, so it doesn't super matter. Oh, I got excited there. I gotta figure out his timing, because I'll be attacking with him melee-wise quite a bit. The screams the monsters do are quite ridiculous. Oh, that's right, she has no flash badge. And I only need to land the first one. Honestly, I should probably whiff the second or the third one on purpose. Nice. This might kill it. Excellent. So this is about as fast as I could go. Okay, she gets sanity lowered here. Not a big deal. Too soon. That's okay. We should be fine here, chat. Get a little extra money, I suppose. A little bit. So we have quite a bit of energy raised up. For people playing more casually, if they like to grind it out because they feel that the battles are too hard, or maybe they don't want to do the flash badge combination with the protagonist, if you happen to get to the 3rd ranking of fire, I believe this is the earliest you could get one of the super upgrades. So in order to get to like the tier 3 upgrades, we need really specific items. And given the number of souls here, we need at least 6 items total. And I believe the very first one you get will be of the fire element. So if you've been grinding these people just to get Heckling Brat up to like level 30, for example, then you would potentially be able to get a form early. Like, that would be the earliest you could take advantage of that. I don't think there's anything over here. Yeah. I think we're good to go. I'm not injured, right? Oh, Girl in Danger is injured. Of course she is. Okay, her health total is at least higher than Heckling Brat's due to the 20% health. That shouldn't be too bad. Now, chat, the real puzzle is what was the number that I just said out loud? Really don't want to go back upstairs. It was 3 July. 5, was it 4? 54? It might have been 54. My short-term memory is terrible. Anyway, I managed to guess that last digit. That's good. Let's go see what's in the back there, chat. I'm sure it'll be fine. Heckling Brat goes, you! So, you've come after all. Where is Chris? Chris is here in the chat. Come on, Heckling Brat. Just look at Twitch. Chris? Oh yes, the girl. Is an essential resource for my upcoming experiment. She is, of course, being well taken care of. The hell are you up to? Do you really wish to know? Alright then, I'll tell you. I shall become a master of life and death, transplanting the soul of the dead into a living vessel. Never again shall we feel the pain of losing those dear to us. They shall glow with everlasting life. Are you with me? Can you see the beauty of it? The brilliance? I think that's kind of funny, him smacking down the curtains. You very rarely see in these kinds of games them interacting with furniture in a way that is meaningful, but I like that they removed that for the big reveal. That was good. Let us proceed to the final adjustments. Chris, it's finally your turn. Uh-oh. Chris is walking all weird towards us, chat. That's not how normal people walk. Chris! Chris dots us. Not a good sign, chat. Look upon this great spiritual vessel, a holy womb for the soup of life. Even as we speak, a life has nearly blossomed within it. Chris, use your life to reawaken my dear mother. Oh no, Chris. Wow, we are just not doing anything? Heckling Brat now shouts stop. Yeah, you let Chris take like 12 steps there, Heckling Brat. Like, why couldn't you just walk past this guy and grab Chris? I guess for the drama. Well, that's hardly enough to break my hypnotism. In a party where we have psychic powers, the ability to transform, and holy magic, the fact that we couldn't stop a regular citizen walking like 15 steps is kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Awaken, dear mother. Stop! Oh, well, now you just gave Chris brain damage. Chris just fell off an elevated platform onto their head. That's not nice. Don't do it, Heckling Brat. Calm down, you'll destroy everything. Is it really all that bad to destroy it? Heckling Brat. Heckling Brat. Uh-oh. Calm down, don't give in to your anger. Mom? Uh-oh, plot reveal, chat. So we now know. That Heckling's Brat power is not for his own use. Mom? Ouch, 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 I haven't felt this pain in a long time. Mother, she was almost resurrected. Mother. Damn you. So now that would be a good reason for Heckling Brat to continue journeying with us. As he would probably want to see his mom. We now know the mom has considerable psychic powers confirmed. Guess we'll do... It's kind of sad, but like I really don't have a reason to use the other forms unless I go upgrade them, and I don't really want to do that. I feel like the next time we deal with this upcoming Malice, I think I'll upgrade some of the forms just to maybe encourage me to use them. But honestly, I kind of want the high sanity for certain fights. I don't know. Again, like, you don't need to ever upgrade the forms to beat the game. It can be convenient. I don't particularly want anything in terms of upgrades. I think I'm fine as is. Oops. I think we should be fine. We don't need anything special for this particular boss fight. So Jack, oh, he does do paralysis, I had a feeling. So, yeah, I don't think it doesn't even matter what we do, to be honest with you. Oh, oops. Well, it matters if I totally whip it. Nice, there we go. So, Jack here has 2,500 health. We've already dealt over 700. Like, we're actually almost a third of the way through the boss fight. Again, I feel like the boss health totals in this game don't really make a lot of sense. Ooh, too fast. Because, again, I feel like, what was it? Arcane Olga was, like, probably the hardest boss, quote-unquote, in quite some time, and every boss since then has been a really big downgrade. Very strange, chat. I'm not sure why they did it like that. I mean, granted, I think she was supposed to be harder than others, but, like, even these boss health totals are lower than some of the stuff before Arcane Olga. I don't really understand the philosophy. There we go. So we're doing a fourth of his health every attack. He could heal himself, I believe. That's not really going to help him that much. Like, 150 is nothing. Case in point, we basically undid it instantly. Oh, too soon. He should still die, though. Oh, no. Apparently that seed saved him. Sure, why not? Girl in danger, you go in. I almost thought that was gonna kill him. I was gonna say, that would have been the shame kill. Nice and easy, chat. Nice and easy. Only had to heal once. And had I landed the... Ooh, that's a lot of XP. And had I landed the combo, even then, arguably, we didn't need it. Girl in Danger sanity didn't go up. Heckling Brat sanity didn't go up. Rude Hero sanity did go up. We have an insane amount of health. But the fact that we used all the seals on Rude Hero means we could probably do some of the other advanced stuff without needing to level. And we got a Seal of Speed. Nice. We gain more water power. Not bad. The old ladies in this league are in a league of their own. Anyone else can only dream of competing with the power of Arcane Olga and Sea Mother. Exactly. Rude Hero says, talk about an Oedipus complex. Uh-oh, chat. Mother, it's not even complete. Why? What the heck is that? Ooh, new music? Girl in Danger sanity didn't go up, the sky is blue. You're right, chat. I will say, the boss design in this game is really good, because I looked at this and I'm like, what are we staring at? So now here's the true boss fight. Let's see, does this thing have a name? Mammon has 3,600 health, which is a significant increase from Jack, but still pretty easy. Oh, there we go. Nice. I think Air Edge is good enough here. The boss happens to be weak to wind, so let's buff Rude Hero. Forgot how grotesque this thing was. Maybe this is Full Metal Alchemist. Not wrong, chat. We're gonna make life a little easier here. Here's Petrification. This boss does the Petrification. But fortunately, we have geared up, and we are completely immune to the status ailments. Had you not had that, this would actually be a very difficult battle. I will say, we were talking about how before battles were kind of easy. This battle can be a little rough. We're gonna double our hit radius for the other characters, just to make life a bit easier. Look at the damage. Look at the damage tab. We did almost 700. It's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. You know what? Why not, chat? Make life even easier. Who cares? We bought all these items for a reason. Ridiculous. Only 75 damage? You are so dead. Also, look at that hit zone. I'm gonna use her to cure mostly. Look at that spin. I guess I'll get the perfect. Anyway, we got this in the bag. I don't even think we technically needed to use items at all, but we might as well style on the boss. Oh, that was too early. I need to remember the hit zones of this character. We got Howling. This could be annoying, because I think it's gonna heal itself. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. Too soon. See, this is where this boss could be very annoying, and hopefully we won't have to deal with this boss for very long. We'll just go for extra damage, chat. 50 damage could make a difference. Oh, oops. This is fun. Whoa, that felt kind of fast. That's fine. Probably should heal Heckling Brat. He's the most likely to die. But hopefully we finish the fight soon, or I'll have to use the sanity up, which will be unfortunate. There we go. Perfect, chat. Didn't use any sanity items. That's how you know you're doing a boss battle well. With Girl in Danger, not using the sanity item, godlike. Get ready for some super XP, chat. So, unfortunately, Heckling Brat did not level again. Or level sanity. Girl in Danger leveled again. Her health total's looking pretty good, actually. Look at her level compared to Root Heroes. She actually almost caught up in XP, which is kind of crazy. So she's actually fairly tanky, and her MP reserves are enormous. So I feel like this part of the game is where Girl in Danger actually does really shine. So if you take the opportunity to give her the bonus XP, I feel like she really shows off what she could do. Heckling Brat learned Air Shot, which is useful against the boss because the boss is weak to wind, but it's probably faster just a normal attack, and it doesn't cost any MP. So we got a decent amount of cash. I'll need a lot. I didn't write down the total, but a lot at some point. Because we're going to be needing to buy a lot of third keys, and we have, I think, one last weapon upgrade that is mandatory, or recommended at least. Got demon earrings off of that. We'll have to see what that does in a moment. There we go, nice and simple. Mother, Mommy, I'm so sorry, Mommy. This is the new life? Give me a break. To begin with, it's great to see that everybody got back alive. It's a true relief. But can it be true? Can the person behind the voice really be Heckling Brat's mother? Well, I mean, they both have psychic powers. How many people have psychic powers in this game? Come on, let's be real. Holy moly. Heckling Brat's anger got the best of him and he nearly lost it. That voice came in and calmed you, keeping you from going berserk. Hey, was that really your mother? Yeah, I'm positive. That voice has troubled me for years. Heard in my head telling me to do this and that, but of course it saved me dozens of times as well. Well, I mean, like, you would assume because he said mommy there that it would be, you know, mummy versus mummy. But then again, he just flips between date formats for no reason. So I'm still gonna throw my hands in the air like, I don't know. I'm assuming because they say she was drying up, they were making like a reference to the mummy. I think that was the intent, but again, it's just kind of confusing. Heckling Brat, you said your mother abandoned you, right? Perhaps your mother wants to tell us something. Maybe that's why she's sending her voice to us. Dot 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 dot. You all think I'm a monster? A monster? What's she looking at me for? Nobody here thinks you're a monster. You just have different abilities from most people. My mom used to say that we were both human, but those guys didn't think so. Ooh.
My mother told me that too. That she and I are people like anyone else.
We're getting a voiceover. I'll put the controller down.
It's just that when we were born, God gave us some powers that are a little different. But that's not the way those guys saw it. The Friar Knights of the Inquisition decided from the start that my mother was a witch. And they locked her up in a mental hospital. All my mother did was to use her special powers to help people who were possessed by ghosts. Or to cure people who were hurt. She didn't fight back at all. Because they threatened to kill me if she did. They weren't my mother's enemies at all. It was all because of me. All because of me.
Calm down, Heckling Brat. What does Heckling Brat remind you of Jolie Wheeler? Everything is also secretly Yu-Gi-Oh, Chris, that's why. What Vampire says, wow, it really is an amazing power. It's the same power your mother had. I'm sorry, I can't control my power very well. So your mother was taken away by the Fire Knights of the Inquisition? Yes. The Inquisition. In this day and age, could there still be such a thing? Hey, what's an Inquisition? The Inquisition was a religious tribunal formed to stamp out heresy in the 11th century Europe. They burned witches and warlocks in God's name, but many innocents were slaughtered as well. Many were killed for political purposes as well. They were beaten, tortured, and burned alive. It was terrible. Started by people who derived their authority from their religion. Those guys took your mother away? Heckling Brat, I promise you I'll save your mother. Rude hero, thou hast not even won once. We went Old English? Oh wait, that's right. I forgot this was a thing. There is an explanation for why he Old Englishes us here. I forgot. There's actually a story reason for it. As weird and awkward as it is. If I can hear her voice, she must still be alive. You must want to talk to her in person, right? I'm pretty sure there was a story reason for why the Old English is slipped in there. I believe it'll come up in the next area. Quack Oracle says, do you know where your mother is now? I know where the mental hospital is. The security is tight, though. I've already tried breaking in. We don't know where Cardinal Simon is right now. It seems like we know where we have to go next. Alright then, let's start getting ready right away. Okay. Let's talk to these characters. Oh well, it's not my choice, but I'll hold down the fort here. If you need me, come get me anytime. Yeah, time for me to jump in. Our options are the big man appears, or I don't think so. We're gonna say I don't think so. Lord Vampire says, "Oh, I meant to tell you. The rescued children are all in the basement. Very well, I'll go with you." You say, "Please come with me," or "I haven't asked yet." We'll go with "I haven't asked yet." Now, weirdly, from the speedrunning perspective, they seem to want to keep heckling Brat basically all the way to the end. I could kind of see why. This person does have like really good elemental spread on top of like a lot of MP for healing. And I think the idea behind like the speed run is that Rude Hero is going to be doing 99.999999% of the damage anyway, so having 2 healers just makes life easier. But we'll see. We'll probably swap the party out at some point. Luring Spy says, "So it was Bacon who gave the magic book to Jack. Perhaps the Cardinal is still alive. Huh? Did you miss me?" Yeah, a little bit, or not especially. We'll say not especially. Even though that's not true, we do miss a Luring Spy. Now, we want to clean up some things before we go too much further. Picture Joey Wheeler reading Shakespeare. Oh no, that's a scary thing. So there's actually an item I think I forgot to get, and I'll know if I got it or not by checking my inventory, because I would like to have that for an upcoming boss battle if I forgot it. I did forget it. How annoying. Alright, chat. There's an item called the Monkey Paw. I could have gotten it from the lottery earlier, or not the lottery, the dog minigame, I think, is one of the options. Like, we got a lottery ticket from it, but if we played it enough times, we'd also get a Monkey Paw. I actually want the Monkey Paw before we go any further. Now, we have the Kieran scale, which is interesting. Your user's hit area doubles, indicator speed, half speed. This one is kind of godlike. We're going to save this for a bonus boss with the protagonist. And I just want to see what our attack radius is with the weapon again, because it has been a little bit since I played. Okay, so it is 3, 7, and like 10, 3, 7, 10. Okay. So there's a couple of side quests we could do now, and I think we'll try them. We'll see how ready we are. If I fail, it's not really a big deal. It just gives me an idea of how much more I need to do. Let's talk to Chris. I apparently really don't want to talk to Chris. "I'm really grateful to you for rescuing us. I don't remember a thing about what happened, but I'm glad to be back at this house." Talk to the little girl. "I keep having a strange sensation in my head. I dreamed about a mouse this morning, and a real mouse appeared right before my eyes. It's a strange power. Joshua doesn't believe me, though." Kind of weird. Let's talk to Joshua, then. What does Joshua have to say? "Hey, the kidnappers won't come anymore, right?" "Yeah. Oh yeah, Heckling Brat. If you're not using that slingshot, could we borrow it?" This slingshot? We're gonna say sure, don't need it. "Sure, what are you gonna use it for?" "It's still a secret, just relax and wait." So chat, we gave away one of our slingshots. Like, we gave away our starting equipment. And the reason we want to do that is we'll actually just get a free upgrade for this character. We just have to come back later to pick it up. There is no downside to it. Also, it seems like the game is no longer having problems, so I guess it just really needed a reboot. That's good. Let's go back to the orphanage. I did forget an item. The happy music playing is really throwing me off. I missed it in here somewhere. We're just gonna look for it real quick. Huh. I don't see it, though. Question mark. It's definitely in this room. Or are we not allowed to get it again? Because I messed up. I mean, if not, like, I'll figure things out, but I would have thought it would have been in here. 1 second, chat. I have in my notes a location. Let me just read it real quick. Actually, this one doesn't have the location. 1 second. My apologies, chat. I am looking for something very specifically before we continue. Sorry about the delay. I think I see where I could do it. Yeah, there's only a couple places I could get this in the game. But I think we'll pick one up now if we're able to. Really? I wasn't getting a prompt here. Oh, come on, really? So stupid. Okay, that's why I couldn't find it. So I was right. It was in this room. But the stupid thing, chat, is that there's a descriptor for looking at the child's bed, which I did do last time. But there's like a separate one if I'm like slightly more to the left. And it's very hard to tell that that was a different prompt. See, this is why you take notes, chat. You just go back in because some items just refuse to be found. Let's take a look at the monkey paw. Oh, the white monkey that inhabits the deep forest of the Sacred Mountains. It triples the user's attack power, but the speed of the ring sweep becomes irregular. Yeah, the fact that we could triple power here means we can absolutely one-shot some of the later bosses. Combine that with the Kieran scale, and you basically got an insta-kill combo. Right, chat? Like, you just cast it on yourself and it's over? Or if somebody else tried to do the gold hourglass to kind of help. Yeah, it's very, very, very powerful. There's a reason they're not easily found in the game. So I wanted to make sure we went back for that. Now we could go to the mental hospital. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we could do before we do that? Oh, there is something else we could do. Okay, so if we decide to do this, if we go back to the orphanage, and we go back to the boss room, there are a couple items we could pick up. Sure, why not? I guess due to the music, there's no longer monsters, which is kind of weird. Yeah, let's explore this room a little bit. Just to see if there's anything hidden. There should be at least one item in here. Receive Draze. I don't remember what Draze actually is. What is Draze? Is that a weapon of some sort? I have no idea, chat. We picked it up and I'm like, It is a weapon, but I don't know who has it. It must be one of the other characters. So unfortunately, we can't take a look at it. Chat will have to remind me. We could take a look at that. That should be good enough. I don't think there's anything else I missed within here. Oh, so it will allow me to go all the way back out. I'm just kind of curious about one thing. If we go back to the streets, for example. Wasn't there an item at the top of the tower? Rude Hero was in the castle as well. Don't remember if you picked it up that one time. I was going to get that on the way back, actually, but I guess it doesn't hurt to pick it up since I'm already here. We have to make a trip back to the castle eventually. I mean, to satisfy chat's curiosity, I will do that. Tiny Sprout has begun to pick up from the dirt. Let's talk to her about this. You know those wheat seeds in that bag? There were some weird-looking seeds mixed in with them. Thinking they were seeds of happiness, I sowed them. These cute little buds popped up. Quietly watch over it, step on it. Guess I should water it. So we have another mini game here, chat. It's called Enter and Re-Enter the Town repeatedly to get the plot to progress. Not plot to progress, but to get a bonus item. So for people looking to upgrade the forms, I think we'll do some of the side quests now. We'll take a little break from the story. Like, listen, we know that somebody's in, like, the mental hospital. It's fine. It's fine. They'll be fine. So we have to do this a few times, chat. Until something happens. A small hope continues to live. I love that you can step on it, though. That's so messed up. So, yeah, we're going to be doing these back and forth. Now, technically, I could do... I think another side quest is now available for Word Vampire, but I don't feel like he's high enough level to do it, which is why I was going to hold off the Blue Castle for that point, but we'll see. I mean, it might be maybe we could do it now. I'm not sure. Maybe it's worth trying. Tiny lovely plant is taking root. We'll quietly watch over it. So this is about as exciting as it seems, chat. I do apologize. We have to water the seed. So as you might have gathered from what I talked about earlier in the stream session, we have elemental forms we can upgrade, and we need different items. So you can imagine that if we water this enough time, we're gonna get an item that'll help us later. So we do have to eventually do this. Precious future shines brightly. Well, we'll just keep watering it, chat. One day. I mean, we have the flash badge. Maybe we could do it. I remember we did it the first time and it was a little close, but we also didn't use the flash badge. Because we only had one, I think, at the time. Even then, we didn't realize how broken it was. And also, we didn't have Mind's Eye, which was very disappointing. Oh, look, Nina's outside. The sprouts grew really big, but they suddenly withered. I thought that was strange since they were doing so well, so I dug them up. When I got to the roots, they were wrapped around some strange stone, like they were protecting it. It was a green stone, and somehow it looked like you. So here, you can have it. Take good care of it. Received Earth Gravestone. Well, I think that should be in the valuables. Stone with the same wavelength as Earth Tombstone. Oddly glowing stone. It gives off exactly the same wavelength as the one in the Graveyard Stone. So, if we had ranked up Earth to level 2, and then gotten the 3rd star by this point in the game, we can actually upgrade to the 3rd form for Raging Tiger. So that's that out of the way. Out of curiosity, what happens if I try to start the side quest involving Bored Vampire without Bored Vampire? I guess we can I guess we can figure this out. Oh, it does look a little different now. That is kind of neat. I'm just curious. If nothing happens, it's not a big deal. At least we know. So that coffin we were looking at before actually has a greater importance for Bored Vampire's story. I'm just curious, if we visit it without him, does anything happen? Because last time we played, he was only in our party. Seems the newest of the lot. It's the only coffin that is open. Ah. So it looks like we can't do anything here without him. Okay. We learned. So we want to come back to this in the future with a Bored Vampire in tow. Oh, enemies are trying to fight me? Foolish things. Speaking of which, since we're just backtracking, I guess I could get our pedometer usage up. These enemies are so dead, chat. They have no chance at all. It's kind of sad, really. Nice. Oops. If she actually did enough damage to kill, I would have laughed. They only do 1 damage to her? That's so sad. That's so sad, chat. Meanwhile, we do 301. That seems fair. Got a little bit of XP, not really worth it. We might run from encounters, but since we're here, and as I said before, we're backtracking. Let's go ahead and be the easiest to get rid of stuff. I guess I could take his stuff. Oh, I could still keep him with the flash badge, actually, so I don't mess up his timings. We're gonna get the pedometer with the accelerator equipped. I'd like to get something later in the game. So we'll just run from combat, I think, and we'll just go to the top of the stairs. Then we'll check the throne room to see if anything changes without Bored Vampire. Because things do change in this game depending on what party members you have. And there's actually a... I don't know if it's missable, but there's a very easy to miss before the end of the game side quest involving Alluring Spy. So I definitely like to get that one out of the way. Don't care. Let's just leave. So again, every step we take here will be triplicated. We're building up a lot in the pedometer, and I have to do this at some point anyway. So me doing this now is not really a big deal. We might even leave it like this before the next major fight, just because I do need to make up a lot of steps. Because I think we would have had like roughly, I don't know, maybe 400 more steps with how I was playing before. And since we're backtracking in this area, it makes it easy. Now, unfortunately, because we don't have a really good AoE spell, we can't just collect that free XP. So this is where Bored Vampire would be excellent, like for backtracking purposes. In fact, I probably should have subbed him in regardless, just because he's so good at backtracking. The fact that he has like the AoE earth damage and he's really good at melee means there's pretty much no matchup he's bad at. And he self-heals, and he has a lot of health, and he has a lot of sanity. So if he gets something like the small jug that's being used currently by the protagonist, he's pretty much unstoppable. Ooh, encounter rate kind of high. Eh. It's not worth our time. The XP here is actually pretty bad. Like, comparatively. Like, if we had fought in the other area, we get double XP, double gold kind of thing. We're gonna go all the way to the top for chat. And the worst thing that happens is I get more pedometer steps for later. Our Malice is almost red. I actually don't want it to hit red before I get to a certain point in the game, as we do not have the required item to deal with what happens when it goes to red. So I actually am trying on purpose not to get our encounter rate too high. Technically, I can lower it by fighting the masks, but I'd rather not waste time later. I'd rather just skip encounters now. All those beautiful steps, chat. Thank you, Accelerator. You're gonna save me so much time later. We have to get 8,000 steps to get the best quote-unquote item. I believe it is an armor for Alluring Spy, I think. But for people that really like Alluring Spy, this is definitely worth it. Let's go ahead and open the door. There is something shining. Let's see what's there. Receive the Dark Gravestone. So chat, that's one of the upgrades we could potentially take advantage of. So we needed this at some point regardless. So we have 2 elemental stones. We could go back out and probably get a few more. So I believe that means we might be able to get all of the gravestones now. I think there's only one that's like kind of out of the way that I'm not 100% certain on. So I guess this will be a side quest tour to get all of the stones. Then we'll see if there's anything else we could do. There is a major event coming up that will unlock pretty much the rest of the game and slash the rest of the side quests, but some of these things you could do early. So we might as well show it off while we could do it now. I believe if we go back to Rouen, for example, we can get yet another side story. So we want to revisit each of these areas. Even London, I think we could get a special item. So I'm just happy, chat. We're getting a lot of steps in on the pedometer. Yeah, we're gonna run away. So we're pretty much gonna go in at this level, this health, this MP for the upcoming boss, as I said before. I don't plan on getting into that many fights until we get a very specific key item. Once we get that key item, I'm gonna go absolutely berserk, and I'll have to make a separate save file. As I said before, this will help determine the ending we get. So I want to hold off on that as long as possible and make a save before we do certain things. But actually, surprisingly, chat, we're not that far away from the end of the game. Like, the side quests definitely add a lot of extra time to the game. But if you were just doing main plot, chat, you're only, like, if you were to skip cutscenes, you'd be at under 2 hours left in the game if you skip the cutscenes. Believe it or not. I mean, we're not going to skip the cutscenes, so it's going to take a little longer than that. And obviously, we're going to try to do as many side quests as possible, but, going berserk, did your sanity hit 0? I mean, I have to do that later, by the way. That is a mechanic that you'll see why I have to do that later. That's gonna be interesting. I can't take advantage of that until we get more fusion points, though, to show that off. Yeah, there is one really annoying thing about the game that is very vague, and we are not at the point where I can discuss it further because it will make no sense as I haven't upgraded yet, but essentially I want to be able to have my sanity in a way that I can hit 0 very quickly with Rude Hero. So the small jug does help with that, but also not leveling him a lot helps. that also helps. Or swapping into weaker forms into a stronger form on purpose. Again, we're just gonna run from combat. I think we added a lot of pedometer steps here. I'm feeling pretty good. So I believe if we go back to Ruan, we should be able to get a couple of side story stuff out of the way. That is not the correct way. I'm going back towards the coffin for some reason. Nope, don't want to do that. So again, we're getting a ton of steps in. I might even check the Silent Peddler just to see how many we've accrued. Because again, at the triple rate, that's a lot of steps. Like, it's basically like walking through this whole area 3 times, which is a lot of steps in general. Like, I imagine we got close to 1,000 just on this little short jaunt. And I think this area also counts because there's encounters here. So even just leaving here is a lot of steps. As I said before, we're gonna come back with a couple different characters. I might come back with Board Vampire just to see if we could do it now, just to finalize it. But there is something in the castle we haven't finished yet. Also, I forgot to check the throne room. I'll come back for that, that's fine. Let's go to Ruan. Oh, no, I need a specific character for this. Sorry, we can't do that one yet. We'll go to Prague. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sub in, I think, Alluring Spy and Board Vampire. We're gonna see if we can do anything special. Let's go to the bar to see if anything changed. Man's groaning. Going, somebody's in the bathroom this time. Let's speak to the bar owner. Maybe he knows about it. Darcy went into the toilet a while ago and still hasn't come out. I'm just beginning to wonder if maybe he came upon a monster in there again. Could you go check? Sure, we could go do this. So we couldn't actually complete this in our other playthrough, but let's actually do it this time. Hey, you okay? No. What is it? What happened? The... Like how our fists ready. The monster? There isn't any paper. We just opened the door? What? Ew. Here. Thanks. I won't forget what you've done for me. But anyway, we got rid of the tissues we got from a while back, just so the chat is clear. Now, if we go to leave, guard comes out. Hey, thanks for before. Maybe you'll take this as thanks. Received a yellow stone. That doesn't sound right. Stone was found on a riverbank. When you hold it, you feel like you're in a mountain stream. Even if it wasn't a filthy toilet, eh? Gross. We got the toilet stone. Did you, wash your hands? Oh, what a relief. Oh, no, he didn't say yes. Ooh, chat, he didn't say yes. Ew. Ew. We received the air gravestone. So we couldn't get that last time. So let's take a look at the descriptions to each of these. I think it's basically the same thing. Yeah, they have the same descriptions. We're not going to read them anymore. So it just, instead of airy, it's evil for darkness. So we've gotten 3 out of the 6. Actually, surprisingly, there's a 7th, but the 7th one we can't do yet. So we have half of the elementals. I'm just gonna do one quick check. I know, that's so gross. Oh, actually, I can do the Ruan thing. I thought I needed a specific character for it. Oh, let's go do that then. See, chat, this is why you take notes. So these are not missable to my understanding. You could go back and do them at any time. However, if you wait too long, some of the events actually do change. So it's recommended you do this one before you go to, we'll say, plot area. When you go to the plot area that is not the hospital, leaving it as vague as possible, it will actually change what the side story is to get to the gravestone. So I believe we can start this now. Let's go check the inn. There should be something new when we go here. Young female voice says, "Didn't I tell you that this isn't what I wanted? But this is really nice too. You just don't get it, do you?" Oh, we're just breaking into the wrong room. That's fine. It's locked. Indignant Mary. Will you just listen to me? We're on our honeymoon after all. I can't believe this is happening. You showed me this weird blue stone and start talking about how you're going to carve it into a ring. Said you were going to give me a diamond ring. You have no consideration for my feelings. Upset John says, "What a mess. Wonder if I should get some advice from the priest." So that's kind of funny. So we now know Upset John has the Water Gravestone based off the elemental colors. So we're actually just gonna pretend to be a priest. I'm sure this is totally fine and ethical. This definitely does not have any implications upon our protagonist. So if we go in here, Upset John appears. "Oh, Father, I'm like a lamb that has gone astray. Show me the way." "Oh, very well. Tell me what's on your mind." We now have Priestly Rude Hero. So I think people that watched me play through it last time, they didn't see any of this, so this is all new for them. Because we did the alternate version of this. "I just got married, and I promised my wife I'd give her a diamond ring. When I thought about the woman I loved, I also thought of something that would make her even happier. I have a stone, a family heirloom, that embodies the power of water. I made it into a ring for her. She exploded in anger, telling me I had broken my promise. Now she won't even speak to me. Oh man, I just don't know what to do." Listen to me, stray lamb. Oh, we have choices here. Give her a diamond as promise. It's about love, not the ring, or maybe it'd be better to split up. What a conversation. Since we already knew our protagonist is a piece of work, Crusade Priest isn't that surprising. We actually need to choose the second option, as funny as it would be to choose some of the other ones. Most likely, the problem isn't the ring. It's that you have too little consideration for others. You don't have self-confidence, so you always depend on someone or something other than yourself. When you fail, you make excuses, telling yourself and everyone else that it isn't your fault. It seems to you as if people don't notice your weakness, but in fact, they see right through you. You yourself might be in love, but can anyone or anything other than you express that love? Don't be afraid of getting hurt. Just tell her you love her in your own words. Thank you, Father. I was wrong. New man John. Look at that, chat. We converted him. From now on, I'm gonna live my life responsibly and express myself in my own words. Thank you, Rude Hero was definitely projecting, chat. 100%. I was just gonna say, chat, make him face a empty wall, give him a light bulb. He's gonna be projecting. Okay, now I believe we could go back here, and we could get a conclusion to this. Hey, I know that voice. The priest that time? That was you. You didn't look quite like a priest. Never mind about that. I appreciate what you did for me. Thanks to you, my wife, honey, has been in a much better mood. Darling or John, what a title. I'm embarrassed to say this, but it feels like true love has blossomed. But this is the way we were meant to be. Oh, this and that. This is my family heirloom, the stone that embodies the power of water. But from now on, it'll just be the two of us with no waters dividing us. Honey or Mary? Oh, darling, that bit with the priest was just a gag, but I do love you. I love you, sweetheart, baby. This is just a little something to show you how I feel. Receive the Water Gravestone. Change his life and his title at least. Maybe that's how it works, chat. If just over time you can upgrade your title. The Shadow Hearts universe. It is true that sometimes characters do get different titles. So we're just gonna collect all the gravestones now. Oh, actually one of them we can't get yet. My apologies. We're gonna ignore that one. The fire gravestone is in the upcoming area, so we don't have to worry about that. Hope you can make good use of it because we found something even better. Let's talk to her. My guy is just too cute for words. Well, actually, he didn't look so cute crying, but still. I love him. I love him, I love him. And yet he somehow doesn't really need me. Oh well, whatever. After all, love is what life is all about, right? Alright, so the light gravestone is also in the future, so we don't have to worry about that. Is there anything else we could do in terms of gravestones? Which element am I forgetting, chat? We have 4. Oh, then I covered all of them. We can't do 3 of the things that I could collect yet. That's fine. I just want to double check one thing to see if it's worth trying to do. I guess we could see if we could trigger a cutscene. Why not, chat? If it doesn't work now, we can always come back. So we're gonna briefly lose Heckling Brat, just to try to save, and Girl in Danger. But we're gonna put them right back in the party once we're done. So let's just see if we can do it now. I don't think you have anything new to say. Yeah. I'm gonna check one more thing, and then I think we're good to go. I believe we've pretty much picked up every single possible lottery ticket. Our next lottery member is in the upcoming dungeon, so we don't need to worry about that. So I think we're good to go. So we're not missing anything, to my knowledge. We could just see if we could get some side quests in a little early. Why not? It's Mary's turn, too. It's true. We are changing their lives. We're gonna briefly remove these. I don't care about Girl in Danger's stuff that much, to be honest. I'm gonna leave her as is. I don't actually want to stay here. Oh, I recovered our MP. Nice. Oh, oops. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I can't remove Heckling Brat. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Get a Luring Spy in here briefly, then. Oh, Dre's is a gun for her. New model of a popular machine gun, high attack. Machine gun manufactured by well-respected gun makers, unrivaled in terms of its lightweight design. Very expensive, but well worth the price. So it's like a okay upgrade, like by 7 points. No downside to it, I suppose. I just want to see if we could do one thing with her. And she's the quickest one to check compared to Bored Vampire. Let's just see if we could do something early. Oops, I have to go to Europe. Okay, what happens if I go in the confessional with her? Is she ready to talk to us? We can actually get bonus plot with her here. But it doesn't look like it's triggering. I'll try going in here. No, looks like we're too early. Okay, I just wanted to verify that. We can get something very interesting with her, but I think we have to get past the plot deviation, as it were. So I don't think there's anything we could do there. I'm just gonna double check her real quick. As I said before, some side quests you have to get to a certain point of the game, and we're not quite there. Yeah, I just confirmed. It's not until after a very specific event. Okay, so before I waste time doing, what's his name? Word Vampire. I want to double check something else. Because if it's not there, it's faster for me to just look at my notes. Oh, so I can do this. Interestingly, I could do his now. Okay. Worth double checking, I guess. Let's go to London. Interesting. So we can actually get Keith's side quest out of the way for some reason. So we did need to get the Earth Gravestone from Nina, according to online sources, before doing this. Man, Board Vampire is so good, chat. Weapon's a little weak, but I think we can kind of supplement him with a Metal Bat. Do Flash Badge to make him go faster. Coral Lariat. Should be fine. Let's see if we could get his side story out of the way. We'll save. And there's a reason we don't really want to touch his weapons or anything. The game basically is like, you can purchase upgrades from stores, and if you're using those characters, it is useful. But if you're not going to use them for, like, literally for the rest of the game, I don't think it's worth purchasing the upgrades. On top of that, we can actually get their best items not from the stores anyway. So even if you like the characters, it's sometimes better just to not even upgrade them. Just because you'll just get their upgrades naturally. So speaking of which, it looks like we could get Board Vampire's upgrade a little early. So we've set up for the Slingshot to be upgraded. We haven't received the chance to get the ultimate weapon for the protagonist, but we haven't got far enough in the plot. Girl in Danger also gets something interesting, but I believe we've also not gotten far enough into the game. This might actually be the earliest ultimate item, question mark, coming up that you could get, which I think is already kind of unfair, because I think he's really good. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take off the Zodiac Bracelet. I'm actually gonna put the pedometer on him with the accelerator. We need more steps. And if I really need to, I could do the Mind's Eye. So I'm gonna save here. And then we'll continue forward. I just have to fix my equipment for later. That's all. I don't think he has anything to say if we come into here. There is something that happens if you come in here without him. But we'll do that later because I have to check it later anyway. So right now, there's nothing we could do in here. But I promise you, there is something we could do in there in the future. But it is mandatory that he cannot be in the party for it. It's okay, so we don't get any inkling that there's something you could do in that room. That's fair. Nothing but frontliners? Nah, I still don't want to fight. Let's build up those pedometer steps, and I think we'll take a very brief detour back to Rouen, because that's where I know where the Silent Peddler is, question mark. Or I could go to another location, I suppose. It should be here. Oh. Not? Uh-oh. Online sources, are you lying to me? Oh, online, they lied to us, chat, sorry. I see what it is. I have conflicting information. So sorry, his ultimate weapon also requires us to get a little further in the plot. What a shame. But hey, at least we took him for a stroll. I'll still take the extra steps, chat. I'm not gonna get mad at that. See, even if we, like, go a bad direction, I'm just like, pedometer steps. We're good. So I think we've acquired basically everything. I don't think there's anything else we could do. We haven't unlocked the second set of, like, arena fights yet. We've set up for it, but nothing has occurred yet there. I think the only thing left to do is plot. Yeah, a little bit of a shame. But hey, we completed almost everything else. That's pretty good. It still doesn't like this area that much, but otherwise I think the performance got a lot better after a reboot. I'm glad I did that. Yeah, let's try going here. I'm just curious for the Silent Peddler, how much progress we've made. He should be right here, right? Yeah. Wow, we're at 3,562. Wow. Oh, you could get flash badges that way. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. So I guess if you're playing on like the PS3 and lottery tickets are broken, this is the other way you could get the flash badge. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if you could get the Mind's Eye this way, but it could be a decent backup. I knew you could get the Moon Swallow. I remembered a lot of the consumables are in here. Like, I want to say there's like a 3rd or a 5th key in here. But yeah, we have a long way to go. So I guess with this in mind, I'll just leave our protagonist ready, I suppose. Oh, you know what I should do? Because I want to avoid all encounters. I'm going to do Warning Device, Pedometer, and Accelerator. That's the genius level play. Also, we got Demon Earrings. Oh, that's the one where we take more damage. Yeah, I don't want that. What was I using? Small Jug and Mind's Eye, I think. Alright, let's swap out our party members. Oops, stuck on the door. Yeah, that is a lot of steps. Ooh, Quack Oracle's level, chat. Oof. Chat, oof. He's so far behind. Even an Alluring Spy is super far behind. But hey, look at Girl in Danger's level. Actually ridiculous. Chat, she might actually be usable by the end of the game. She's still only used for healing. She still doesn't do any DPS. But she does get, I think, a group heal towards the end, which is extremely powerful. It will carry us in boss fights if she gets to that point. And given that we're going to be doing a lot of side quests, she might actually get her damaging spells, surprisingly. Yeah, let's just leave it on like this. Kind of okay with this. 1 second, chat. I'm just doing one last check to see if there's anything I need that is mandatory. Nope. I think we are good to go. Let's go to the mental hospital. Not bad. I love this location. I love the water. I love the weird torches. I don't understand anything we're looking at, but I love it. Oh, mandatory fight. Guard A. Okay, what's your business here? The Kalios Mental Hospital doesn't allow visitors. Get lost. What should we do? Okay, we'll leave or get out of our way. Clearly, we're gonna say get out of our way. Oh, they're looking a little funky there. Well, time to Raging Tiger them, I suppose. I know, what a mental hospital. So ridiculous, I love it. Nice. Wow. We do so much damage, chat. It's so ridiculous. Oh, that's right, he doesn't have Flash Badge equipped. Anyway, one more attack should finish him. So 1 strike from Root Hero should kill, especially with this added damage. Oh, they got a turn. Oh. Oh, we got the free win anyway. Oh, if that had hit her Girl in Danger, I would have been so tilted. I would have been so tilted, chat. But we did it. We're good. I did not get tilted. That's all that matters. That could have gone so wrong. That could have gone so wrong on so many levels. Woo, we got lucky there. Call this a mental hospital? More like a fortress. Exactly. It's the most ridiculous mental hospital I've ever seen. It's true. No patient has ever made it out of here alive. Well, doesn't that sound like fun? Be careful not to go nuts and wind up here. Uh-oh, chat. Viscount Rasan says, so, Lord Bacon is here, eh? Oh, I see that shiny, chat. I want that shiny. Is something the matter, Viscount Rausen? I've just received word from the gate. Just as predicted, the bandits have arrived. So, they have made it this far. I presume they have come for the woman. Of course, but they'll be surprised to have the tables turned. Vulgar lot playing right into our hands. How lovely. Good man. Your reputation as the last true leader of the Temple Knights is well deserved. Your powers may be on the wane, but surely you have no plans to retire, eh, Friar Knight Rossan? Is that sarcasm? Do not misunderstand me, Lord Bacon. I'd not have joined with you were not for that girl. She may be the last witch of this age. I'm interested in the power she carries. She may be a heretic, but her power seems to be God-given. Now, it wouldn't be much fun if I let a precious girl go under someone else's control, would it? I understand. Anyway, I'll count on you to finish them off, but one thing. Please keep in mind, however, that the Elliot girl must be taken alive. Yes, of course. The party's already kinda nuts. Exactly, chat. He makes me heartsick. That fucky old knight. Don't let him get to you. I'm sure he'll do fine work for us as a pawn. I sure hope so. Oh, Lord Bacon, what do we do now? We wait. The moment of truth is at hand. I'm just so excited. How will the great gamble end? Will it be white or black? The mother's heart residing at her breast? Or the stoic witch mask? Which will be the victor? That is what we're about to see. Concerning. Let's go ahead and take a step into here. Receive the Laurel Slingshot. So, hey, chat, remember how I said the game just kind of gives you weapons? Look at that special damage increase. Made from laurel wood and imbued with spirit power. Made from the wood of an ancient holy laurel tree, it has the power to cause silence. It doesn't look like much, but is a very powerful weapon in battle. Hey, I like having free silence on every attack that I do. That's always useful. I believe there should be another item around here. There is. We got the Demon Ward Necklace. What an abbreviation, chat. So surprisingly, we will be getting rid of the crucifix briefly, because this will help us. Wherever it is. Demon Ward Necklace. Necklace worn by the Queen of the Graveyard, Analami? I'm not sure how to say that. No matter how dangerous location, it cuts the chances of encountering enemies in half. Yes. I do not want to be in any encounters here, so this is the perfect item for us. And that means we could get a lot of steps in with the pedometer, chat. Perfect. Hey Kirk, hope you're doing well. Chat's wondering if it's a hyper convoluted trap. Indeed it is. So get ready for some of the most intense, dumb puzzles. You have to find so many things, chat. I kid you not, in order to progress through here, it is absolutely ridiculous. There are so many keys and coins that we have to collect. It honestly feels like we go full Resident Evil. And I remember getting stuck here last time, chat. I do not need a guide to tell me where one of the items is, but you're gonna shake your head. Because one of the items is so rude. It is so rude where it is. And it still makes me mad thinking about it. And we'll see where that location is very soon. Fire Knight says, you rabbled there. I'll not allow you to pass through here. Say your prayers, heretic monsters. Oh, where this item is made me very upset. Yeah, I have a little note down to see if there's something I want here. Yeah, most of these doors are going to end up as locked, and again, we need so many items to progress through here. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Oh, oops. I might not actually kill. Oops. Oh, what actually, we should be okay. Yeah, that shouldn't do a lot of damage to us. Yeah, these characters, again, they're like, I guess they're almost like mini-bosses, but they're really easy. I don't know. Like, wouldn't you think they would have been doing like 100+ damage, though, at this point in the game, chat? I mean, I feel like they should have been, like, at that point. Whatever. Hopefully that kills him. It did. Okay. Perfect. Womp womp. This should still kill. Easy fight. But again, we want to avoid encounters. Heckling Brad actually leveled. Nice. No sanity up, though. Unfortunate. Got a decent amount of cash. We could get more light souls here. I really want to. I don't really want to, though. Yeah. So we need to have a heart-shaped key in order to enter any of these doors. There's a shiny thing over here. Receive the bronze coin. So we're at the start of the item trade, chat. I hope you're ready for this. Just so silly. But just to give you an idea of like how many different doors we have to come into. We need a club key. We can't do anything here. We have some force encounters here. I'm gonna skip their dialogue because they're just like they're gonna die in one fight anyway, chat. I don't really care about what they say. So we already have 2 different keys that we need. We have a coin that we don't know what it does yet. Oh, that was too soon. Fortunate. Well, it might be just killable with the 2 of them, actually. So again, our goal is to just reduce the number of fights that we come into. We already have a lot of forced encounters, which is kind of annoying. But even with us running away from quite a few battles, not like a large percentage, but just like very recently we ran from battles. Honestly, even if I don't heal between battles, we're still probably gonna be okay. Oops. So hopefully the Heckling Brad and Girl in Danger could kill that one. Let's focus on this enemy. There we go. This should kill it. Well, not quite. Nice. Way overkill. Not needed. But we'll take it. I guess I'll use our ridiculous amount of MP with Girl in Danger to heal us. Rude Hero leveled. That doesn't really seem fair. I mean, I feel like he's already doing so much damage compared to everybody else. Got our light bonus up a little higher. Let's go ahead and just use her healing. Nice and simple. We can't open any of these doors, by the way. But I'm just showing that you can't open them. Oh, we need a diamond. So we have kind of like a deck of cards suits going on. We got the club, the heart, the diamond. Presumably a spade is needed at some point. Hey chat, we got another lottery ticket. Look at that. We have quite a few spare at this point. Let's progress. It's a torture chair connected to some sort of hideous machine. What is this? What's wrong, Heckling Brat? I feel my mother's spirit from this chair. Rude Hero, I think my mom's already... Don't say that, dummy. Gotta look for her. We can't give up. We can't do anything with the chair yet, but we're gonna remember that this chair is here. If there's anything we could do here yet. Yeah, I don't think so. So for now, we're gonna leave the room, but we're gonna have to remember that this is here. Now we're in a familiar room and a save point, thankfully. You filthy messenger of the devil, I've got you cornered now. Huh. Those'll make nice last words for you. Well, we'll mix things up a little. Let's do Inferno. Oops. It's the final hit. That's a shame. This should be fun. Nice and simple, chat. Yeah, and this damage is not really all that much. I don't have too much to worry about. Did an okay amount of damage. I just gotta not botch this and we should be fine. Oops, I botched it. Alright, well, it doesn't matter either way. Oh, now that matters. There we go. Now it doesn't matter. Thank you, Agility Up. You helped me there. Again, force money, force XP. Oh, endangered leveled. Nice. Still didn't gain a sanity. So goodbye. They call themselves knights. They're nothing more than monsters. I'm not holding back on you, buddy. Hey, chat, you want to know the thing that made me so mad? Here it is. Save. This is so obnoxious. I want you to look at this. Look at how you can interact with this guy. Just witness. The only point where you can investigate his body is his head. I don't know why. When I first played this, the instinct is from the cutscene. You just walk into him and you're like, oh, there's nothing I can do, right? Like, I'm clearly talking to him. But no, you have to talk to him from the head for some reason. I think something happened with the item description there, but we have the heart key now. If you don't have that heart key, you can't do anything, by the way. Yeah, I remember getting stuck because I knew there should be something with the body, but I couldn't get it to interact with me. Absolutely ridiculous. They should have made that hitbox so much bigger. Like, again, it's one of those things where, like, of course you try it, but it just doesn't work. Because you're not in, like, the specific point it needs. And I remember that from the last playthrough, so I will not get stuck with that. Now that we have the heart key, we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. P0, I have no idea what it was trying to do. So I think all of these are now accessible. Or not. Is only the later one? Alright, one of the later ones. Again, you can see our encounter rate is pretty low. Received Fruit of Yggdrasil. Okay. It's fine. Just looking for hidden items. Doing a little bit of a cleanup. Again, we're just gonna rub our face against everything until something progresses. Got another chest. Received the club key. I forget where the club key is supposed to go. I forget if the spade was next to us or not. But received the key to success. What an item name, chat. What is the key of success? Oh yeah, we didn't look at the descriptions of the coins. Let's look at them. Silver coin. Silver coin inscribed with the symbol of the magical bird Uperos. Ancient and scarred from years of use. Bronze coin. Bronze coin with a crab spider symbol etched on it. Probably for some purpose other than money. Deeply scratched from you. Yeah, we'll see what the use is there. Got the club key. Key to prison-like mental hospital is worn from the hands of many cruel torturers who held it. Finally, we have the heart key. Key to the Callius mental hospital. More prison than hospital. There's a dark side to its grand history. I believe that's everything there. What is the key to success? Is that a usable item? It is. A tool of the magic army that appears on the myth of the 20 Days War. Attack power becomes gradually more effective with each continued successful action. I think the key to success plus, like, the 5th or 7th ring keys, excuse me, equals basically death, because I think it continues to go up per successful attack. So we have another anti-boss tool in our repertoire. Okay, I think this one is usable now. No. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it was across the way. So again, we've been building steps this... Oh, no, these things. No, 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 we're not dealing with the cockroaches. So for people that are not aware, that's a really easy way to get the dark fusion points. But they cast insta-death. We're not messing with them. We are absolutely not messing with them, chat. Like, no. Say no to the cockroaches. I believe they could cast Nightmare, which is an insta-kill, and it does a lot of damage. And the fact that there's 5 of them means we could just get party wipe for no reason. So I'd prefer that to not happen, given the choice. Yeah, the roaches are actually the scariest thing in the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see them. Got the diamond key. Okay. Also, this entire time, chat, we've been amping up that pedometer. I can't believe we're almost halfway there before we even got here. Alright, so we need another key. Oh, there's a shiny. Let's check the shiny. Received a gold coin. So it's silver, bronze, and gold. Look at the description of that real quick. Magic coins carved a demonic crest, thick and heavy. It shines out even in the dark hospital room. And finally, the diamond key we just picked up. So the sole purpose of locking unwanted people away from the rest of society in a prison euphemistically called a hospital. Certainly an interesting description for the item. Again, we're going to do a little bit of exploring. And again, every step that we take is for the pedometer, so there is no wasted movement here, as far as I'm concerned. Another shiny. Received a platinum coin. Yeah, do you see how many items we're picking up just to clear, like, the quote-unquote puzzle of this area? Look at this, platinum coin. Inscribed with the symbol of a dragon, it's impossible to tell whether it's new or old, and it rings out with a lovely tone when plucked. Oh, chat, the roaches are fearsome. Given that we don't have a board vampire, they are horrible. Like, if you want an easy win, just play with board vampire the whole time. I'm gonna be real with you. He beats everything. But if you want to go with the speedrun strats, we gotta do what we're doing now. I missed a spade key. 1 second, chat. I think we get this later. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I think we have to do the next thing. Oh, this should be fun. Doesn't even matter if I use the pedometer or not. I feel like the upcoming fight is also really easy. Like, as I said before, I feel like we got past the hard part of the game, so I don't even need items, per se, to beat the upcoming boss. I mean, I could do it, but it's fine. I'm just looking at the ring again, so I could see it again, so I want to try to get that 3, 7, 10. Get that visual reminder. I think what we'll do is we'll try to clear out the hospital. We'll take a little break, I think. Well, these enemies are funky. So they have the Doom creature, which looks like a man doing a handstand with presumably his brain impaled upon a spike. I don't really understand it. And then we have the upgraded dog with the hand coming out of its mouth as the man-eater. No, I don't feel like fighting them. This is fun. But hey, we're showing off the encounter. Yeah, do you like me just saying no to encounters? I'm like, listen, I don't want to grind. Like, I feel already too powerful. Like, we're fine. We get just speed to the end, honestly. Also, we've been accruing all those help topics that I've never looked at. At some point, we'll take a look. There are a lot of them at this point. We'll do it for completion's sake. So, you can see there's 4 fountains. We dropped the gold coin. We gotta drop coins into each of these fountains, chat. How the other people even access the secret chamber normally, I'm so confused. Like, they must go bankrupt just constantly going to their evil lair. So anyway, after that ridiculously dumb puzzle, where you needed 4 coins to make a wish to open the secret passageway, which, by the way, you never see Roger Bacon or Arcane Olga do, even though they were just in this room. Roll your eyes, chat. What a dumb puzzle. Hmm? A hidden staircase here? Rude Hero, come on. This is definitely Arcane Olga territory. It is just so absurdly stupid, but I love it. Oh, no, not the roaches. No, not the roaches. No, we're not dealing with that. And the reason why I want to keep heckling Brat with the warning device on is that if the roaches get a back attack, I could literally party wipe before I get to do anything. There's an arrow opening for ventilation. It looks too small to climb through. They say that now, but... Go ahead and investigate the door. Number 13 is on the door. Only she could create such a dumb, convoluted way to open a door. I mean, did you see how many keys we had to use just to get 4 coins? It's so dumb, chat. Wow, that's a mighty thick door. Ugh, this key doesn't fit. Be careful, he's close, chat. Captive Mother's voice. Mom, it's me, Heckling Brat. Are you in there? Damn it. Arrogant male voice says, oh, you miss your mother's milk that much, do you? What is it now? This is our mental hospital. The patient in that room is special. She's not ready to be released. Let my mother go! Give it up, you heretic slime. You picked a fine place to meet your doom. Time to meet your maker. So chat, they were talking up this guy. Just take an honest guess. How much HP do you think this character has? Let's take a wild guess, chat. I'll give you a moment to think about it.
This one is special.
He is very special. We'll do Raging Tiger, sure. Nice, got all 3. Ooh, so much damage. So chat, if you said or thought 3,500, you'd be correct. Honestly, I think he should have had 5k health or more. Be real with you. Special defense up 30%. Chat, I'm not gonna bother with that. Oh man. Whatever, we'll just fling attacks at him and this is fine. Such an easy fight. Ooh, I got it again? So we've already did 1,000 damage to him, chat, so he's lost 1/3 of his health. I guess to speed it up, I'll do melee strikes. Using Blaze, okay. Chat, thanks 500, not quite. But he's very disappointing, I would say, as a boss battle. Like he only did 100 damage. Chat, I'm not just like taking crazy pills. This boss does less damage than the Yamaraja of Earth did. Am I like crazy for thinking that? Like, I feel like Yamaraja did literally like 60 to 70% of her health, and it was like a tough fight. And now we're at the end of the game. I've barely upgraded some of these characters. I'm mostly focusing on pure damage. I'm not even wearing accessories that boost defense outside of Rude Hero. And he can't even do 1/5 of her health. Or 1/4 of her health, I mean. Like, that's just kind of sad. It's kind of sad, chat. Anyway. He's now lost half his health. Just from Rude Hero alone. That should speed it up a little. Oh, oops, I whiffed with her. Oh, slightly too soon. So yeah, he's now taken at least 2,000 damage. Oh, is he gonna buff his defense again? What's the point of that? I'm not even doing special attacks. Boss AI, come on. Nice, I got the nice. And the fight's over. Oh, I like him flipping upside down with the face on his feet. Anyway, chat, that was the easy boss fight. I think we can all agree. He got whooped. He actually got whooped. We got the Spade Key. Heckling Brat has leveled, but unfortunately has not gained a sanity point. But hey, maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, I feel like 10 is the sweet spot for most encounters, to be honest with you. Once they get to 10, anything after that is kind of superfluous. And we're really close to leveling with Rude Hero, but I'm not going to get into another fight. Seems we got the Spade Key from that encounter. Receive the Spade Key. How did you? Go back home to your master, idiot. Ouch, it just won't budge. What's wrong? Looks like we could get through. Excuse me. Looks like we could get in through here. Hey, Heckling Brat. Inside he goes, chat. Chat saying more Shadow Hearts, yay. Hello, Try. Hope you're doing well. Indeed, we are. Seems like the game is behaving itself after a reboot. You know what, chat? I was thinking about, I don't know if that would be fair or unfair for people that are sitting there, since I'm going to potentially do a bonus stream tomorrow. I did decide that I will do that. I might hold off on the viewer request thing, just so we could get a little further in Shadow Hearts. Thinking about it. Because I think chat does generally vote for Shadow Hearts for continuation. But I'll take a soft poll in the chat while we go through the cutscene. If chat is okay with that, we'll just move it to Friday, because I'm doing a bonus stream anyway. Heckling Brat says, Mom? Straight jacket woman. Uh-oh, chat. That profile image should look very familiar for people that have seen Cold Echo. Mom, it's me! Don't you recognize me? You're kidding, right, Mom? Please, say something. No. Heckling Brat, hey, what's wrong? Rude Hero, my mom, she's... Your mom? What happened to her? Mom. Hey, Heckling Brat, can you hear me? Ugh. Damn. We can't open it by force. There must be a key somewhere. Let's try to find it. I mean, sure? Unfortunately, we did lose our pedometer briefly. But that's okay. We'll be fine, chat. We don't need the pedometer. I just need to remember what door we have to go into. Let's go back to where we could use the Spade Key. Either this one or the one next to it. Looks like I chose poorly. Is this the one that needed it? Yes. Bed looks comfy. Will you take a rest? On this filthy thing? No way, or sure, I'll take a rest. Sure, we'll take a rest. It just lets us sleep. I love it. We're like... Our party members are in mortal danger, and we're like, hey, this bed looks really comfy. Let's just rest here. Oh, Rude Hero. You just never change. You've been tortured and lost your voice, huh? You're okay now. I'm here with you. I wanted to come here sooner, but nothing worked out. Ooh, Try's moving up on the Ziggledy list. Congratulations. Rude Hero and his friends helped me out this time. They're weird but nice. They're trustworthy. So don't worry. Oh, apparently he should have worried. Who are you? I'm afraid your sappy little reunion will have to come to an end. It would appear that even an emotionless witch cannot forget the child she carried in her womb. Even after such torture, her human emotion has begun to awaken just a small bit. Need to check up on those commands. There's quite a lot. I would say, roughly speaking, about 60% of them are sound effects related to games we've played. Others might influence voting whenever we do a viewer request stream. And other things are just for challenges. Although I think at the moment I'm going for more of a pure strategy. We'll see. Trustworthy dice are going a little far, says the chat. Yeah. Fair Jacket Woman's going, How utterly delightful. You who sacrifice both body and mind to protect your magic powers, you actually wish to speak. Don't you dare touch my mom. The same power as your mother, but it seems that you do not yet have the power to control it. Take that! Oh, we got force lightninged. Damn it! Rude hero. Uh-oh, chat. Party member down. If only we weren't sleeping on the job, literally. Well, let's book it back. Fortunately, we are reducing the number of encounters, so walking back and forth is not too bad. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon about the game doing well. It did not like me colliding with that chain, chat. It was like, uh-oh, let's lag. Sure, why not? Apparently, he can use the force. Use the dungeon key, the heavy door opened. We were too late, chat. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, I actually made a minor mistake. We'll see if I pay for it or not. I should have taken off of the, what is it? The Demon Ward necklace for the boss. We'll see if it makes a difference. I mean, I don't super care about Girl in Danger. It's not the end of the world, to be honest with you. You again, huh? Bacon? So we finally have all members present, do we? I see that Roshan proved to be no match for you people. Are you alright? Breeze, one false move and this kid's dead. Now then, rude hero, you're wondering why in the world am I here, are you not? Very well. I shall explain. Rude hero, ... some chat. Store description. Oh, I need to remove that, I think, potentially. I think that's really outdated. Thank you, Try, for using that command. I thought I actually had that disabled. Oh well, now we know. I mean, I don't think it's super inaccurate, but I mean, it's missing a lot of the sound effects, I think. I mean, I guess I could always update it. I'll put that on my to-do list, I suppose. Bacon says, to fulfill my dreams, I've been doing research into a deeply secret and arcane form of magic. When that is done, I'll be able to cleanse the world of its filth and help usher in a new age. The hell is the difference between that and Dwight's plot? You're just another nutty magician. Oh, chat, could you imagine if we could have renamed Roger Bacon that we're talking to as Nutty Magician? God, that would have been so good, chat. Your problem is that you think far too concretely. You must approach reality in a more flexible way. Do not lump my dreams together with the child's play Dwight is engaged in. Now then. See stuff from Valkyrie Profile in there, one of my all-time favorites. We'll probably stream that again. We played the sequel and recorded it, but we never recorded the original playthrough. I don't mind revisiting that at some point. I'm sure chat would love to see Platina in particular. Bacon says, tell me, what does this woman look like to you? Are you nuts? It's heckling Brat's mom, for crying out loud. Well, yes, that is one correct answer. But her true value does not lie in such a mundane dimension. She's necessary to my goal of bringing forth a new Eden. She's the beacon to an approaching god. If Girl in Danger is the key of light, embodying positive magic, then she's the key of darkness. This is way too complicated. What you're saying is she's the key to unlocking your magic, right? Wait, it's not complicated. In a word, yes. You could have said that right from the beginning, dummy. Rude hero calling somebody dummy is kind of insulting. Well, he just destroyed us instantly with a hand wave. Damn you! Bacon in the beacon, exactly. Well, I suppose playtime is over. Take that. Gah! Oh no, he's being pyramided. Uh-oh, Chad, he's gonna get whisked to the Shadow Realm at this point. What have we here? She can bear the pain in her own body, but she cannot bear the suffering of her beloved son. A fatal weakness. Mom. And so the friends you guided here with your telepathy have failed you.
Magicazam!
Magicazam indeed. Not enough, you damn witch. I'm amazed that you still even have the strength to stand, monster. Oh yeah? Then you'll really be impressed when I smash you to pieces. Oh, rude hero. Always trying to solve things with violence. How amusing. I shall accept your challenge. Uh-oh, Straitjacket Woman is now speaking in full sentences. She seems to be using her powers to stand upright. She says, "Drop this act now, you who claim to be Bacon." Ah, do you finally open your eyes? You ready to obey me? Olga Ilsant? There we go, chat. The name drop. Protagonist from the prequels here. Rude hero, thank you for coming. It means a lot to me. Now is not the time for you to die. You? I'll go with this man. You go and meet an old man in Wales. And please, take good care of my heckling brat. That was unintentionally funny due to us naming him that. Alright then, in exchange for the lives of this rabble, you are now mine. Olga, I'll leave you to clean up here. Uh-oh, chat. Oldeka has left us. Mom! I'm here to take your life on behalf of Master Bacon.
This is getting interesting.
It is getting interesting. I'll never forgive you for what you've done. Heckling Brat is mad brat. And chat, we are now going into Arcane Olga number 3. You know what's weird though? I'm actually gonna double check this before I even say anything. I think this is true. Oh no, she has more health this time. Okay, it's still not a lot though. That's kind of sad, really. I thought she would have had a lot more health. So take a wild guess at what her health total is. Oh, chat's doing the pose on him. We'll pose on her, I think. Unfortunately for her, her weakness is getting struck in the face repeatedly. So instead of, I think it was 3,300 health the previous time we fought her, she now has 4,000 health, which is like technically an upgrade, but whatever. I mean, as you could see, we do almost 600 damage every turn, so she'll be dead in about 7 turns if we don't mess anything up. Black Fog could be annoying, because again, I don't have the Crucifix on. Let's see what it does to Girl in Danger. Oh, that actually did moderate damage. Huh, not bad. What did I use on her? I guess we'll just do regular healing on Heckling Brat. Yeah, like that attack was actually reasonably strong. I'll give it that, chat. Her damage is up there. We haven't been fighting anything here, so we're a little, I guess, underleveled, technically. But that's okay. We're gonna be using her to keep Root Hero alive, and that's about it, really. Oh, oops, too early. That sucked. Wait, so she does either 190 damage or 15? What? Wait, what is that number difference in damage? Wait, so she... What? Okay, well, I guess they didn't balance the melee moves. That was just kind of sad, really. Again, we're doing significant damage to her. Let's go ahead and use Holy Edge on Root Hero. She's still weak to light. But we're absolutely deleting her. We've done over a third of her health at this point. She's gonna use Nova. Okay. Let's see how much damage this actually does. Is it gonna be more than 50? A little bit. Like almost a threat. Oh, too early. We'll just keep healing ourselves. I don't really need them to do anything else. We still have 5 turns before I have to worry about Girl in Danger Sanity, which we should be fine. If I really need to, I'll use a spell on her. Yeah, like she could die from poison damage, so I'm gonna have her heal herself. Nice. Good amount of damage. So we're at the halfway point of her health. This is the attack this is the only attack I think I care about. This is gonna force us to heal repeatedly. But hey, we have 2 healers in the party, so I think I'll be okay with this. Nobody should die, but keeping our health totals pretty high. That's a lot of health recovered. So she's on her last third of her health at this point. You can tell she's slumping over. So she's getting close. We got 3 sanity points left on Girl in Danger. She should be dead before then, before we lose sanity. So no need for items. We can even attack with Heckling Brat, I think, next turn, just to try to guarantee the kill. Oh, she Black Fogged again. Ooh, that's not good. I kind of wanted to attack here. Hopefully I'm not that low in health. Hopefully I'll be okay. That was really close. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. So she has me in a healing loop with her, which is kind of unfortunate. But hey, at least we're playing it safe, and it did pay off. There we go. With the power of Holy Edge, the slightly increased damage, let us finish her. Nicely done. No items needed, no deaths. Clean fight. Lots of experience, by the way. Hey, chat. Girl in Danger not only leveled up, 420 health, she gained a sanity point. Thank you. Thank you, chat. We have 1 extra turn to play with if I mess up, and she has learned a new spell. And we got more Warlock earrings and a ton of cash. Nice. Excellent fight, chat. Master Bacon. Mom. Everybody's passing out, chat. Wait, how did we get here? Wait, what? You're awake? You've been sleeping since we got back. You must have been exhausted. See, everybody's passing out. Her sanity total is so bad. Yes? His mother's death was a big shock to him. What? What? Wait, what? Did I miss something in the plot? His mother's death was a big shock to him? Wait, but his mother didn't die. What? I'm hoping they explain this. I'm not following what they're talking about. She just walked away with Roger Bacon. Question mark. Yeah, like what? No? She's still alive? What? What in that previous cutscene implied that she died? I don't understand. Anyway, we should save. I don't know what the cutscene is talking about. Let's talk to Joshua. Big bro, mommy did it! Yippee, yippee! To celebrate, I'll show you my special items. First of all, this. It's a strange goblet. It's the goblet of a king who sold his soul to death. It's decorated a church once, but now it's mine. But I don't need it, so you can have it. Received strange goblet from Joshua. Received oath grail. So chat, that item we just picked up from Joshua, we actually need that in order to get the good ending. I don't know why he has this, but we have the grail from which death drank souls. Let's look at the information for it. Death drunk on souls told the overlord how to beat the 4 masks. Grail weakens gold. Gold, staff, sword, and sword drink. My oath is to the grail. So this is the game's hint system. This is the intended order for you to deal with the 4 masks. If you do not have this, I do not believe you can even damage the masks. So now that we have this, when our malice hits red, we will actually end up fighting the masks, as detailed by the Oath Grail here. So we probably want to get into fights with them very soon at this point. So gold is probably the hardest one to beat. I believe gold is immune to all physical attacks, and is the only one that I think you honestly shouldn't do out of order. All the other ones are pretty easy, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, they're pretty easy. Compared to gold. Gold is, like, impossible. Diplomat's not returned to normal. Ever since he came back, he's been acting strangely, and he won't talk. I wonder what could have happened to him. Is there anything else we can interact with here? No. Oh, that's right. I never tried coming over here. Oh, so this is a thing now. Hold on. We're resaving. This is the thing. Like, heckling Brad is having some emotional trauma over his mom that supposedly died. No. We gotta check out the arena, chat. That is far more important. So let's talk to knowledgeable Carl. The world sure is full of surprises. Sharon can now summon strange monsters. Her ability isn't stable yet, though. What would be advisable? Should I take a crucifix into this fight over small jug? I think I do. I think I want to do that, actually. I'm gonna resave in case we have to try again. So unfortunately, chat, you're gonna have to watch me walk back to that save point. We're gonna try the mini game / side quest now, since it's here, and why not? We're only level 34. Let's see how far we actually get in it. How very not clear. Exactly, chat. We have our priorities down for sure. I had dreams about monsters. You only had maybe a room so that monsters could come out. So hey. And now we just fight monsters. I love it, chat. Like, duh. So anyway, we have the crucifix, so we don't have to worry about paralysis or petrification ending the fight. We still have to perform... Oh, I have to not drop combat like that. Hopefully we don't take too much damage for that. We'll see. We might have to come back later. I'm not sure how much damage they'll do. Oh, only 13? That's it? Oh, I don't really care about that then. That's fine. We can always heal with our MP. We just do so much damage. Again, we want to end our fights at basically full health, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the man-eater here. Or I'll just do it too early again. Dang it, chat. I had the timing down so well a moment ago. The dog spreading its legs to shoot lightning is very bizarre. Very Shadow Hearts, though. whatever. It doesn't matter. It should die instantly. We do so much damage. Alright, let's use our MP to heal. Hopefully the chat is having a good time. We're just leaving Heckling Brad in suspense, chat. That's all this is. Ooh, that was fast due to the flash badge, but I got it. How much can he heal himself for, out of curiosity? That's actually not a bad amount of health, because our healing items, I think, heal 300, so 211's not a bad compromise without using up our good healing. Nope. Did it too early again. Doesn't matter. Hey, we might even level from this again. We'll see. Speaking of which. Nice, chat. I just went up like 12 more HP. This makes this fight easier. Don't mind if I do, chat. Cool, huh? You can't expect it all the time. Things aren't always the way you want. We just had like the sample fight? That wasn't the true arena? Okay, it's fine. I mean, I'll take the level up, chat. I'm not gonna say no to that. So barely, not even quite at the 20-hour mark, and we are destroying these side quests. Okay, so we're not allowed to do any more. We beat the only challenge here at the moment. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with this, chat. We're good. How did I activate the doll conversation from here? What? Wow, that is quite a hit zone. I was nowhere near that doll, chat. Also, happy music is terrible things are happening. Always loved it. So I think we're good to go. I think we just have to find Heckling Brat. I believe he cannot be missed. He should be like at the bridge. Yeah, there he is. Here you are. Dot to dot to dot to dot, says Heckling Brat in response. Let's go home. Everyone's been worried about you. Dot to dot to dot to dot to dot dot dot. What is it? Your mom's dead and now you're just gonna fall apart like a baby? Wow, rude hero. What did you say to me? You wouldn't understand. My mother was taken from me right before my eyes. Mayhem! Wow, thank you, Jupiter Climb. I was not expecting a raid or a host, but I do appreciate it. We're just enjoying some Shadow Hearts here. Thank you, Tahunga, for following. So I guess I guess Jupiter Climb has finished his 10-hour stream of Castlevania. We're doing something very different than Castlevania, but we'll do our best, I guess, to continue. So we're kind of towards the tail end of Shadow Hearts. We're in like almost the last quarter of the story. And we're consulting a fellow party member who allegedly their mom has died, but it didn't really make any sense to me. That's fine. Thank you for following, Rexian. She was trapped in that godforsaken place for 3 years. I thought I finally rescued her. Well... Huh, go right ahead. Cry your whole life away. That'll make your mother happy. Rude hero living up to his name. You jerk. Okay, that was unintentionally funny. Rude hero. That's not how you talk to people. Rude hero, sometimes things can't be solved by just punching them. Thank you, Killer, for following. I don't have time to sit around babysitting weaklings like you. Wow, rude hero. Maybe you should figure out why your mom is at that monster's beck and call. Then decide what to do yourself. Hey, where are you going? I was wondering what Heckling Brat's mom's words meant. The man calling himself Bacon. That's what I need to check on. I'll go to the ends of the earth to reveal his true identity.
The man calling himself Bacon. Can it be?
Oh, I think we're having a flashback.
Father.
Oh, we have Father Elliot. There we go, chat.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Doyle still hasn't come out of the confessional, and he said he was going to go and meet Cardinal Simon. Has he not shown up yet? Not yet. Father, is that person really going to come? Yes, he'll definitely come. He's the only one capable of defeating Roger Bacon.
Yeah, chat, I'm a little confused. I feel like that was like a translation issue. So like the whole point of Heckling Brat having a breakdown is that he says his mom is dead, but then in the previous scene, she just walked off with the villain who we see in the top hat there looking dapper, but she's not dead? So I don't fully understand that scene. I feel like it's a translation issue. Anyway, let's continue.
Hell.
Uh-oh.
What? You? Pleased to meet you. I'm Roger Bacon. Hey, what is it, girl in danger? Huh?
Hello? Earth's a girl in danger. Is anyone up there?
Rude hero, I'm going to Ruan again. There's something I need to make certain of.
Huh? Right now? I'll go with you.
No.
You're wide
I'm
open!
going by myself this time. I know I'm being selfish, unlike Lime 1987 for following. Thank you so much. But please, let me go.
Please to meet you. This is Force Lightning. Exactly, chat. He's just telling us to talk to the hand. We just haven't learned to talk to the hand yet. Okay, now we have Quack Oracle.
What? You let her go all by herself?
You let a character named Girl in Danger go off by herself. Rude Hero, you deserve whatever happens at this point. What was I supposed to do? You wouldn't believe how stubborn that girl is.
She said she'd be back soon. I think we should just wait for her. It's unusual for that girl to do something so rash. But why would she be going to Ruan now? What could it be about?
Who knows? All we could do is pray she comes back safe. Well, goodbye our full party, I suppose.
Rude hero, I'm sorry about what I said. I heard about what happened to your parents.
My parents? Who did you hear that from?
From Quack Oracle.
Ugh. Now the old man is Mr. Sensitive? How could he? Careful, Heckling Brat. When people reach the end of their lives, they get all talkative and heartfelt. Yuck. So as far as I'm concerned, old farts should just go.
Rude hero. Rude hero, you helped me because of what happened to your own mother, right?
So I'm saying old folks are just...
Once Girl in Danger comes back, you're going somewhere else again, right?
Her name is Girl in Danger. She's not coming back safe. I mean, she has a bad track record so far, chat. She has been kidnapped, I think technically twice at this point in the game. Maybe 3 times.
Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna find this old man of Wales that your mom was talking about. I want to go with you.
Heckling Brat, thou has not even won even once.
Please, not for your mother, for myself. Just as your mother did whatever she could, now I want to do whatever I can. Please? It's okay, right?
Okay, I got it. We'll go together. Well, we'll take this opportunity to save, I suppose. We are a girl in danger all by herself. I should probably make a safety save somewhere. We were going to show off some things later on. I feel like this is not a bad point in the game to come back to. Yeah, we are cruising through the game. I can't believe we are still not quite yet at the 20-hour mark. We're actually almost done with the game. That's with cutscenes. It's pretty fast, chat. Go to Ruan. Friendship achieved, apparently. Friendship is achieved by punching the other person in the face whenever they're feeling down. That's what I've learned. I believe we cannot go into the church directly. I don't think any of these people have anything new to say, but we'll try doing it. Ever since that incident, the church has been sealed shut. Happy Leonard, that's actually not true. We were just here earlier this session, and we were able to get in just fine. Cautious Milton's. Doesn't have anything new to say. How about you, newlywed Jane?
Listen to me. Lately, my husband has been so involved in work, he's paying no attention to me.
Well, that unfortunately sounds like a typical job. Hello, Hook-Nosed Robin. You're still offering lottery. No, we're not going to do the lottery right now. So let's attempt to break into the church like a good holy figure. It's held shut by a broken lock. It looks easy to open. Wait, it's held shut. How is it held shut by a broken lock? How does that work? Does it just mean like the lock is jammed and the key doesn't work? Like usually by definition when a lock is broken, I just assume that it just doesn't work at all. So I'm just trying to picture what that actually looks like. So we're going to attempt to break in. We're going to go into one of the many games of Shadow Hearts. Push ring. If you stop hitting the button, the indicator will begin to return to the starting position. Aim for getting the indicator within the area before the count reaches 0. So we got to finesse our way through the broken lock, and I'm going to be mashing the button, and then hopefully we could get it to balance out in the goal. I'm mashing it, slowing down, slowing by mashing, and perfect. Just got to keep it steady. Easy. I'm not sure if she has anything to say about any of these locations. I don't think she does at the moment. Yeah, I don't think so. It's an exquisite old altar.
That day, I was praying here myself, and then I went outside the back way. Father went to call on Father Doyle, who is closed up in the confessional.
Okay, let's check out the confessional. Chat saying the lock is probably not able to close, but it's still looped through the door to at least hold the door shut. Maybe. Let's see, is there anything we can get in the confessional? No, we've already gotten the items. But she doesn't seem to be saying anything.
I wonder what Father Doyle was doing here.
Okay, so we are progressing the plot by going here.
Why didn't he go with us to see the Cardinal? Maybe he didn't want to meet Cardinal Simon? Cardinal Simon. Aha!
Spin ring 3. Unlike the normal ring, keeps spinning after one rotation. Rotation accelerates as it continues to spin. If you hit all 3 rotations, you succeed. Okay, this might take a couple tries. See how it goes, Chad. It starts off kind of easy, but it'll speed up ever so slightly. That wasn't too bad. There's a hollow in the back of the shelf. A hiding place for Father Doyle's papers. Ooh. Doyle's letter.
I have committed a terrible, heinous act. I sold my best friend Elliot and his daughter to demons to protect my own life. I will never be able to purge this sin, no matter if I burn myself 1,000 times. All I could do now is repent my sins alone to God every day. But I know who Roger Bacon really is. How long is he gonna leave me alone? I'm going to be next. Next.
There's a photograph between the papers. Uh-oh. 1888 Revival Festival with Father Hans Doyle and Cardinal Albert Simon. Uh-oh, chat. It looks like we have the true identity of the supposed character named Roger Bacon. And that it was Cardinal Albert Simon all along.
We met him that night. Cardinal Albert Simon.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting mechanics in the game. It isn't just like your typical turn-based kind of thing. Like a lot of it's timing-based, like you saw like the different kinds of rings there. And I think it does keep the gameplay pretty fresh. And to no one's surprise, Girl in Danger is in danger again. Double exclamation marks. Bacon says, looks like you're on to us. Oh, he just conveniently walked away. I guess he doesn't want us that badly.
Please set your mind at ease, sister girl in danger. I have no intention of harming you. I just wish to speak with you a little. Oh, is that so, Roger Bacon? Or should I say, Cardinal Albert Simon?
Or as the chat says, dun dun dun!
That's right. That's my true name, but you may call me whichever pleases you. Father Doyle knew your secret from the beginning, didn't he? That Cardinal Simon and the Dark Warlock Roger Bacon were one and the same. That's why you concealed your identity from us by using Olga to kill my father. Exactly so. You see, I just had to have your powers. Only one person every 100 years or so is born with powers like yours.
Chat saying it's kind of like Legend of Dragoon's combat system forces you to get active. It's very interesting you make that comparison. I was thinking about playing that at some point. It's been a very long time since I played it. I recall playing it, I think, first on a PlayStation demo disc, like many, many years ago. And that caused me to pick up the game. But I think, you know, growing up, I felt a little overwhelmed by the fact that that was a 4-disc RPG, which was very rare, I would say, on the PlayStation 1. But I definitely want to go back to it now. I will put that on the list. There's some interesting changes that have been around online for like patches and things like that. So maybe we'll take a look at that. We could even potentially play it after we're done with the Shadow Hearts games. Anyway, music got a little weird there, but we'll continue.
But now I've attained a different key. You mean Koldeka?
Yeah, I'm not going to rule that out, Chad. I think we could probably do that in the future. Because right now we're just kind of doing some one-offs. We don't have like a series we're doing on the weekdays. So I wouldn't mind trying that out in the future.
Bacon says soon I will begin final preparations with her help. I prefer that nothing stands in our way. Neither you nor any of your friends. That's impossible, as long as you continue in your wicked ways. But why are you so insistent in using magic you know is forbidden? Why is it that you want to destroy the world? Girl in danger. Do you think things are right in the world? Huh? True peace is impossible. Only an illusion of peace exists in the superficial calm of our lives. In fact, the blood and tears of the poor are sacrificed daily by a handful of elite powermongers. No matter how far science and technology advances, repression will never cease. We're only human. Whenever the calls for revolution turn into concrete action, instigators are met by the full resistance of the elite, who stop at nothing to keep their power. But then why do you... I am motivated by revenge. Revenge? Yes, revenge. Revenge against the dead who've lost their very souls. I'm glad to have been able to talk today. Thank you, sister. Unfortunately, the next time we meet, it will be as enemies. Please give my regards to the others. Well then.
I see we've renamed him to Albert there from Simon. Or excuse me, from Bacon.
Albert Simon.
See, chat, we do have the ability to impact people's titles. Indeed, revenge, the ultimate motivator.
I can't believe it. You mean Bacon himself was the very man we were looking for? Cardinal Simon. So he said that he was beginning his final preparations, right? Yes. If he's serious, then we don't have any time to waste. We'd better head to Wales too. I wonder what's waiting for us there. Wales, huh? What's the matter? My mom told me about an incident experienced in Wales. A scientist was trying to raise the dead in a monastery he bought. Heard that the dead turned into horrible monsters.
Oh, look at that callback to Koldeka, chat. So people that haven't seen it. Very brief summary of that game.
What the? It's just like the orphanage. Maybe there's some connection with Cardinal Simon. Well, I guess we're off to Wales.
Who should we bring to this area? I'm just thinking about it. Actually, you know what? I think we do have to bring Heckling Brat. I want a weapon that we could pick up at this point. So sorry, Quack Oracle. We're gonna bring Heckling Brat back in. We'll bring in the other party members, I think, as we get to a very crucial event. Because then we get to do side events related to each of those characters. But for now, I don't think we could do anything. I can't believe Quack Oracle is that girl Dater made it back safely. I don't know either, chat. I don't know how she got away. Honestly, with how many times she's been kidnapped, I mean, allegedly the reason she was let go is just because he no longer needs a key. So he was discussing that Koldeka was the key of darkness and that Girl in Danger was the key of light. Have anything new for us? No. So we can't do any more monster battles. We'll have to check on with her later. Let's go ahead and talk to Joshua. Heckling Brat, how's this? I improved it. Check it out. You received the improved slingshot. It's so easy to use. Thanks, Joshua. Guess we got that kind of gift. Let's see what kind of weapon upgrade that is for Heckling Brat. I know we've been using the Laurel Slingshot, which causes silence. And that is a pretty significant damage increase. 12 physical attack and 7 special attack. Wickedly enchanted weapon. Possessed. Let's look at the description further. The slingshot was used to create this twisted weapon. It causes great damage and even petrification. It contains the tortured soul of a small child. Excuse me? What did Joshua do to this thing? I think we need to have a talk with Joshua later, chat. I think there's something not quite right with him. Oh, we don't need the crucifix. Let's go back to Small Jug. This should be fine. Girl in Danger, you can wear the crucifix for now. Which gives immunity to all status ailments, sort of like a ribbon. Final Fantasy games. Let me just check my notes real quick if there's something I missed. Yes. Yes, there's a lot I can potentially go back for. Let's do some side questy things. Yeah, very improved, I agree. I don't know what Joshua did to it, Chris. I have no idea. It's crazy, though. We have the lottery member who's drunk, and we're actually gonna go meet the next lottery member. So there are, I believe, 15 numbered ones. We could go to the Nemeton Monastery, which will advance the plot, and that'll open up a lot of side quests. However, if we go to the mental hospital... Actually, I should probably save. Speaking of which, I don't need the crucifix right now. I actually want the Demon Ward necklace back on. And the reason is because I have to go back into the dungeon we were just in. And we're gonna go collect some items that only appear if you revisit. And I'd like to not fight anything. Or actually, I take that back. It actually doesn't matter because we now have the Oath Grail, which means I can battle the other monsters. You know what, chat? We'll take a little bit of a risk. I'm gonna go ahead and equip the crucifix. And we're just going to hopefully run from every possible encounter that has the roaches. And in the meantime, let's go see if we can both get a new lottery member talk to, which will unlock something later in the game. And also go all the way back to the room where we just fought Arcane Olga. And no matter what, we have to go this way. Oh look, chat, there's somebody in the chair. Okay, well, we got into an encounter before that happened. Oh, look, it's the thing I don't want to fight. We're running. We're not dealing with the roaches. I don't ever want to see them get a turn, chat. Never, ever want to see them get a turn. Introverted Chopin. What a character name. Lottery member number 4. Want to? Let's say I won't do it or count me in. Well, let's count us in. I think the game is a little buggy with some of the item descriptions. So I think this is supposed to be the Eternity card, which I think we'll try to go for. There's also the Seal of Force, which I think improves power for max stats. The other items are irrelevant. We can purchase most of those. So if I don't get this first try, I'm gonna reset, because we have a limited number of lottery tickets, and I really prefer not to waste any before we get to the end. So we have to time the sweep. It is kind of brutal. It is pretty fast. Hopefully that's it. Too slow. Got the mono route. I'm gonna reset. That's what I was worried about, chat. He's in such an awful spot for this. Well, it'll take a couple of attempts, I think. I don't know if there's a closer save point. Actually, you know what? Maybe there is. Hold on. There might be a save point right beyond him. Let's try to save there so I don't have to take this little journey every time. But yeah, getting the red item is pretty difficult. Getting the other ones is pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know why it says paternity. I don't understand. Some of the item descriptions in this game are kind of wacky. As I said before, I feel like, A, there's the translation errors, but B, there's also just weird, glitchy things. Even when we played it on the PlayStation 3, it was very weird like that. Okay, there is a save point here. Okay, let's use the save point so I don't have to do that walk again. Interestingly, we didn't get into an encounter there, which I'm okay with. But this is a much shorter journey. I want to save my lottery tickets for later in the game, as I said before, because there's some interesting items we can get that are unique. I just want to get the unique item that's here. That might be too early. Oh! Real? Wow. Chat, I got that pixel thin gap between the red and the green, and I got nothing. That's actually amazing. I think that's actually harder to do than to land red. I'm impressed at that failure, chat. Did you even see the pixel gap there? I didn't see it until it landed there. That's brutal. Look at that. Yeah, I'm literally off by a pixel, chat. That is brutal. That might be... Okay, that might be way too early, but we'll see. Yeah, slightly too early. Sorry, chat. Unfortunately, there's not really a trick to this other than be good at it. It doesn't... Oh, also to be clear, it doesn't stop where you press it, if the chat is curious. It does like a 90% rotation. So I have to kind of guess where to press it. It's not where I actually press it, though. So there's like an added layer of challenge here. I know. I can't believe I got the pixel gap. Oh, too slow again. So close, chat. I need like a visual cue. As I said before, the way that it sweeps the indicator can be a little deceiving, because I think it's technically moving at the same speed the entire time, but it gives like the illusion of speeding up because the thing is tilted at an angle. So I need to look at the screen to get an idea of when I should press it. Like, because again, it'll look like it's going faster than it is. Like, I feel like when it goes up, it slows down. So it's kind of like when it's... If you split the ring in half, I feel like it speeds up going from like the left half to the right half, and then it slows down briefly at like the very top and the bottom where the green are. What would be my visual cue? Where should I look for the green to stop? Should I look at where that arrow is to the left and press it? Like, how early is it if I press it there? Oh, the game slowed down. I mean, well, now I have no idea what happened because the game slowed down. Oh, well, okay. So now I know how much it's offset. So that weirdly helped me, but didn't help me. So it looks like it's approximately, I would say, a centimeter off. So I have a visual distance of where to press it. And then I have a leniency of the rest of the red field. Yeah, slow down though. That was so trolly of the game. Like, really, game? Okay, so I need to do it. It's hard to explain. It's kind of like there's a upside down V symbol in the red, and then there's like 2 scratch marks. I need to press it on the 2 scratch marks, visually speaking, in order to get it to go in. That's kind of rough. Is it easier to try for the bottom one? Out of curiosity? Nah, let's not bother. Too slow. Yeah, see, the problem, as I said before, is it likes to speed up, visually speaking. I'm not sure how much of that comes across in the stream, but it is much harder than it looks. I'll give it a few more attempts, and then I think we'll just move on. I don't need this item for anything. I just wanted to show it off more than anything else. The slowdown was brutal. No, it's like... I mean, it helped me time it. I wish it would slow down when it's actually somewhere harder. Are you kidding me? I almost got it in one try there. So close. Yeah, this game is kind of unforgiving. So I would say, hopefully if we play sequels in this game, the lottery is not anywhere near this hard. Oh, hello, slowdown. You okay there, game? You feeling okay? We'll go through the door. Okay. I mean, I wish I had that slowdown when we're trying to time the initial press, because then I could just literally visually look at it and understand it. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, we got it. Okay, good. I don't have to do that anymore. Receive the paternity card. Look at the valuables. See, it's correct here. I don't understand. Slightly thicker. Eternity is written on it. Guild card acquired from a suspicious man. Makes one realize that just about anyone could be a guild member. Okay. So the guild cards are used to get discounts or to increase the price of goods when we go to sell. So even just simple transactions in the merchant store, we could use that spinning rotation that we've seen for the press 3 in order to increase the selling price of things. So potentially that could net us a lot of money in the future. I probably won't use it though. So if we decide to go all the way back to the boss room, there are a couple things we can pick up in here. Are they needed to beat the game? No, but we figured might as well show it off. Received Deathblade Jiru. What an item. I believe that is a weapon for Board Vampire. We can't do anything about that now. Hello, Reen. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. I believe we have all the items that we can acquire from here. We're just gonna go ahead and leave. Fortunately, we don't seem to say anything about the bed or get any additional context about this location, but it is what it is. I was gonna say, I wasn't feeling well earlier. I actually slept before the stream, but I feel a lot better now. Do I feel like doing this fight? I guess. So can aside, you have nothing to do after finish replaying the Cold Steel games? Well, there is the Steam Winter Sale. Is there anything in there that's caught your eye in terms of other RPGs? This would be the week to do it. There's a couple of games I was thinking of picking up, chat. Like, I think Sakuna, Rice and Rain. Oh, Petrify worked. Nice. You don't have a good PC and you're way too picky? Well, in that case, you should probably try to look into older games if you have emulation issues due to like processing power. So it's not going to handle something like a PS2 game, for example, but there could be stuff on the PlayStation 1 you'd be able to handle. Oh, Petrify just let us win instantly. Interesting. Kind of unfair, but we'll take it. The phone PSP emulator is bad. I was gonna say, I never play on my phone, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm more a traditional console player. I'm learning to get used to the PC a little more. But otherwise, you know, I'm sitting here with my Elgato for linking into the consoles, like we played on the Switch earlier, for example. Yeah, I'm sorry it's not working out for you. In terms of like processing power, as I said before, like PS1 games might not be a bad choice. I don't think they require an insane amount of processing power from personal experience. Okay, I want to make another save here. And actually, I'm going to override that other save that we did, because I don't really want to redo that on the other file. That should be good enough. So I believe there is nothing else we can do unless we progress the plot a little bit. So let's go to the monastery. Less power and more how it changed how it worked. Interesting. Speaking of interesting, tangent back to the plot. Look at this house design. Do you like the giant heart, the glowing heart on the door? I think I agree with Rude Hero's assessment here, chat. Yeah, as I said before, I don't really play on the phone, so I'm not the person to go to for suggestions for like alternatives. I don't think I've played a single mobile game on my phone, ever. Rude Hero says, what the hell? Is this some kind of alien's house? Hmm?
This one is special.
It is special, Chris.
Be careful. It may fuse or transform or something.
Well, quite an active imagination she has there.
Are you kidding? Don't tell me you believe that junk. Oh boy. What are you back for? Huh? But you know, it's dangerous. What if they transform?
Oh, they're doing their humor stuff, chat.
Nothing's gonna transform. Well, it might be dangerous if you get too close. Come on, let's go.
Okay, just want to verify one thing before I step up here. There's only technically one item of interest. We'll get that on the way there. Let's climb to the top of the stairs for now. Pretty slick looking house, and it isn't locked or anything. Check out the sliding metal doors.
This place is incredibly cool! There's a strange machine here. I think this house is going to transform. Yeah, then the whole thing will rocket off. Where did you grow up?
Uh-oh, chat. Game's having some issues. It's turning real slow. He'll do it, chat. Let's continue down here in this absolutely ridiculous home. Oh no. I see one of my least favorite mini games. We approach it ever so slowly. Do you see this, chat? The machine with a moving floor surface, the complex gear seems to have been made by a true craftsman. This is a really brutal minigame. We need to get this if we want to get Rude Hero's ultimate weapon. It is very annoying. We were going to be doing a lot of push rings later. Complicated schematic diagram is spread across the desktop. And finally, people interact with this. Your shelf is full of books that are too difficult to bother reading. Wow. Received light gravestone. Hey, we found another gravestone. Interesting, it doesn't let me interact with this yet. I guess because we haven't met the owner of the house yet. Oops. You okay there, game? I was gonna say, don't make me restart you. There we go. I just had to threaten it, chat. Oh, I guess I didn't actually check the center device. Let's check that before we leave. Machine made out of junk and old metal. Looks like it becomes a cockpit when it transforms. There you go, chat. The house is definitely going to transform. It's going to do something, for sure. For now, let's just try leaving. Go down the stairs. Got the light gravestone, so I think we're only missing one of the gravestones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just missing fire, I think. Which means that I did miss something earlier, by the way. How unfortunate. I mean, I should be able to go back for it. It's not like a permanent miss, but it is just kind of unfortunate. I'm just double checking. I think... Oh, that's right. I remember the... Oh, hold on. Let's see if we can leave. We can leave. Okay. Chat, you are not going to believe where this item is. So remember how I said before this area is really terrible and it's really easy to miss items in it? So even with my notes, I still missed an item, so we have to come back here again. I apologize for walking here for the third time. But there's an item that gives you no indication that you should do this. And this is like what kills me. I think it's this door. Yeah. Chat, remember the comfy bed? After you take the dungeon key, which can be hard to see because you might run this way and never see it, there's another item in the chest. Okay, we have the fire gravestone. Oh, Shadow Hearts. I know. How many games do you play where they actually put a second item in a treasure chest? Madness, chat. Okay, what are we fighting? Is it worth it? If it's the cockroaches, I'm out. Nope, nope, we're out. Nope. Nope. I think they have really cool designs. I think if they do attack, like they have like a skull, like a human skull beneath their wings when they flutter at you. But I don't want to see that attack. I know, the double secret chests. It's so bad. But hey, we got every gravestone. So we're only missing one collectible stone at this point. You know what, chat? Let's take a little detour. We don't need to do plot right away. Why not, chat? Let's stall a little bit. So we haven't visited the graveyard in forever. Almost literally everything is glowing except for water. That's fine. Let's go visit it real quick. So this handles our ability to transition between different forms. What happens if we go and deal with these now? Let's fight the fusion monster. So we're fighting a new version of our summon. So Inferno is the one that we normally transform into, described as the Lesser Fire Spirit. We're still gonna Raging Tiger all of them, but I figure, you know what, let's unlock some forms. We're here. We don't need it to beat the game. And honestly, there are a lot better forms we could get later. Oops. Messed up my rhythm. This should still be okay. Pour on love water, exactly, chat. I might get punished for this, we'll see. How much damage is this gonna do? That actually did a significant amount of damage. I'm impressed. So if chat is not aware, I'm doing a completely blind judgment ring. I just have to go off of pure memory where the position is there. So you are not, you know, missing things. I literally cannot see where to go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna raise my defense actually. Ooh, that one's visible because it's a spell. Let's counter his strength up with the defense up. Wow, that damage is insane. Are we actually not able to do this yet? That's kind of crazy. Hopefully we can still clear it. I mean, you could see why I was waiting to unlock these. They hit for a lot of damage. Forms will never be used because Tiger is too good. I mean, you're not wrong. There is a form that's much, much, much better than Tiger, but we can't unlock it yet. Okay, easy to kill, but it did a lot of damage to us, which is a little scary. Got the soul of Ifrit. Nice. First feeling spreads within you, you receive the soul. Alright, let's take a look at our equipment for our souls. So we could still go back to our other form, was interesting. Yeah, there's no love to Mandragon. At some point I should probably play it. Interesting. So we could just go straight to Ifrit, who has more stats and more defense. Flame-wielding mid-level spirit. So we'll rotate him, and we'll make him pose and do actions as we do different things. Mid-level spirit formed from a flaming soul and a fire demon. Its powers have been witnessed in many cultures under many different names. It is warming, which cures poison, paralysis, confusion, and petrifying. Not that interesting. Ignition, which we saw gives 30% physical attack power, and blaze, which is an AoE spell. This might actually be kind of fun to use. I mean, again, we now have a form that's technically even better than Raging Tiger. So I guess we'll use it briefly. The only thing I need to make sure is that between fights that we heal. We'll use the Thera Leaves between battle. Sure, we'll fight the upgraded version of the Tiger. Again, more defense. Ooh, Tiger's looking a little weird there. Ifrit time. So again, more overall stats. Our damage is insane. Oh, I missed the last one, dang. Oh, he actually dodged us? Wow, that's unlucky. Didn't do a lot of damage, though. Oh, too soon. He should be dead in one more turn. If he doesn't heal himself here, he's gonna take a lot of damage. And die. I think he's about to heal. 167, that's not a lot. Give him the patty cake. I love the patty cake attack. Earth Guard, doesn't matter. He might actually die before this is relevant. Yeah, I think the tiger has turned into a minotaur. I did it too soon. That was a big mistake. Hopefully this kills. Oh, he dodged. Oh, this is bad. I might die from this. I'm not sure. Yeah, us missing attacks is really bad. Because if we don't do damage, we're gonna take a ton in return. We got a little bit of sanity left, so I don't have to worry about running out of sanity, going berserk, and then losing. But unfortunately, because we missed 2 attacks due to the enemy dodging, I wasn't able to win. Hopefully this ends the fight. It did. Good. Tigers don't howl and either do whatever the thing is. It's hysteria all over again. Exactly, chat. Got the soul of the Mad Bull. Oh, what a great name for a monster. Okay, I mean, I don't mind using our upgraded forms. But, like, how good is this compared to Raging Tiger? I'm gonna compare these two. So this gets... Oh my god. Wait a minute, chat. Wait a minute. What is that? Look at... I'm sorry. Look at the bottom 2 numbers. The P evade and the special evade. I have a 99% chance of dodging all attacks. Excuse me? That can't be right. No, that can't be right. I can't be at that point of the game already. That doesn't seem fair. How am I even hit by anything? Well, Ifrit looks like it'll be better if I need AoE clear. So remember how before I was saying, like, if we had Ward Vampire, he could clear the bats easy? Now that we have Ifrit, we have a really great AoE clear. So if we don't care about our MP, we could just go on a killing spree. Let's take a look at the Mad Bull. Mid-level Earth Spirit formed by the wounding spirit of a bull. Wielding rocks, it leaves a wake of destruction. So it's got Howling, which is a pretty significant healing increase for us. Earth Guard, which instead of 15% will be 30%. And we also have Rock Storm. This monster is also pretty good at dealing AoE. Honestly, both of these are really great choices. Yeah, allegedly we should not get hit. I do not believe it's 99%. We're gonna make a save, though. I really, really doubt it's gonna let us get away with this. So we're just getting free stat upgrades here. And because we're doing the side quests, it is actually not bad to get these. In a normal speedrun chat, you would actually never bother getting any of these fusions because they're not worth your time. But hey, since we're looking to basically 100% clear the game, might as well show it off. Guess we'll go to the Dark Gravestone next. So, allegedly, the tiger should be untouchable. Ooh, I kind of like the demon of that. Let's do Mad Bull. Yeah, our evasion rate is absolutely insane. Oh, I didn't heal. Ooh. Oops, I didn't heal. Hopefully, we'll see how much damage he does. Mind Assault. Oh, he took my MP. That's it? Oh. Just dunk on him. He should be really close to death. Devil's Deal. Is he boosting his special attack power? We're gonna go for the kill rather than heal ourselves. This should kill. Easy fight, chat. See, that's how it should go. Got the soul of Charon. Traitorous impulse wells up inside of you. Do we have any comments about the gravestone? Looks faint, but there seems to be a name carved on it. Oh, but it won't reveal the name. I'm sure that's not important, chat. Go ahead and switch out Death Emperor with the Charon. Mid-level spirit form a rancorous soul and a pit fiend. Its hard bones and sharp claws leave all who face it shuddering with dread. Blind Assault, which we saw steals MP. Devil's Deal increases special attack power. Nightmare, which also attacks all characters. So the only one without 99% evade is Ifrit. So Ifrit's actually kind of disappointing. Also, wait, why does the darkness... That doesn't really seem fair. Why does the Darkness Soul have less magic power than the Bull? When its whole gimmick is that it steals MP to do damage. What? Seems weird. I don't think they properly balanced the souls, chat. This is what I'm trying to say to you. I mean, the Bull still looks like the best one by far. Seal the grave. Light the light monster? Sure. Wait, did we ever unlock the level 1 light soul? I don't think we did, actually. This might be an absolute stomp. Do I want to use darkness against light? Not really, actually. Let's go back to Mad Bull. I'll use the light soul in the next one. I don't want to take extra damage in case it does a light attack. That's like a really stupid way to lose. Wall of resistance. Yeah, see, it also counters, like, its little legs kicking. That gets me every time. You see it? The Slug Angel's back. Silly Slug Angel. Anyway, yeah, he died really quickly. I think that was a Form 1. Heaven's Fiend. Feeling compassion fills your heart, you receive Soul of Heaven's Fiend. We'll also take a look at that since we're here. We still got the Wind upgrade. We still never got Water leveled up. Forgot for a moment where the souls were for some reason. Oh, that's just on the... Alright, I can't do it that way. I mean, I technically could have looked at it there, but let's take a look at this. Heaven's Fiend. Luster Spirit, which is the incarnation of the human spirit. Uses the power of light as protection for allies and occasionally fires arrows of light. So it has an AoE heal. Sacred Remedy. Not bad if you're like new to the game and you're not used to taking a lot of damage. But I prefer the protagonist to just be damage versus healing, because you have so many characters that can heal in his place. Got Wall of Resistance, which is special damage resistance. And finally, a single target light attack. We'll probably never use the soul, because it just came into play way too late. Beware the nubs, exactly, chat. Let's go ahead and show off the dark form. Oh, there's the bird. Nice. Love its face. That wasn't... I must have hit it like a frame too early. That sucked. So this is bad, because agility increases its dodge chance, but more importantly, it makes us not go as fast comparatively. Or it will land every attack anyway, and we don't have to care. I mean, that's also fair. Lightning. Okay, how much is this going to do? This character does have good special defense, comparatively. 144. Live with that. Oh, too early. Almost dead, though. One more solid hit should kill. We'll risk it all on this, chat, that I land this hit. Okay, I got one extra hit in case this doesn't kill. But it did kill. Nice. We got the Soul of Icarus. Desire to run away roils within you. You receive the Soul of Icarus. So we've dealt with all the gravestones. There's an open cemetery over there. I actually don't want to do anything with that at the moment. But that's very important to know, that the gate is always open. We'll be seeing what happens when it's open later. Oh, we got Arc. Restores all allies' HP fully with the soft light. So now, chat, we have the ultimate boss healing spell because we've been power leveling her. Literally full heal on every party member. Absolutely broken. So her MP will actually be used and consumed. I want to increase my encounter rate here, so we're going to switch over to the Crucifix. Speaking of which, out of curiosity, before we go any further, if we go back to Rouen and talk to the Silent Peddler, we've had the pedometer on for a while. How close are we to 8,000 steps? Find out. We're at 5k. That's not too far off. We might actually get it in this upcoming dungeon. So as I said before, Flash Badge, probably one of the most broken items in the game. And it's really surprisingly cheap. I don't know why they let me do that. But I want to get the 8k item. So we're going to hold off a little bit. We already have 2 Flash Badges. Getting 3 is just kind of overkill. Let us go to London Monastery. Be good to go. So we're coming up to a point where I will have to make a firm choice for good or bad ending. Let's get a little further and explore the grounds. I see a chest over there I can't quite access. Unless I go around the wall. I think that's Mantle of Nobility. Is that a consumable or is that an accessory? An accessory. Oh, it could be an armor. I don't think I can take advantage of that. Ooh, there's a gravestone here. Person's name is crudely carved into the tombstone. James O'Flaherty, rest in peace with your loved ones. So, I think, chat, from Koldeka, the normal ending, where the priest dies in order to defeat the final boss, is canon in this game. So no good ending. Beating that final boss in Koldeka, not canon, chat. Just spoilers.
Whoa, incredible ruins! This is the evidence of the monastery's research into raising the dead. There was something here, but now this entire place is like a graveyard.
Root hero ... us.
It's just so sad.
Uh-oh, chat. Strange voice. I forget how his voice sounded in Koldeka, but this is a very familiar character that people have seen the game, and if not, you're gonna be a very interesting character, as this is his character theme, to give you an idea of how wacky he is.
Oh yeah? You can hear the cries of the dead roaming the area?
Here we go, chat.
Who's this? You can see all these things? Not human, not ghosts.
I love that he looks like a skull, basically. Looks super old. Look how sunken his facial features are, I guess that's what I'm saying, and how creepy his smile is. I just simply noticed strange creature at the moment.
Happy things, unfortunate things, lucky things, poor things, misunderstood things, necessary things, unneeded things. All of them have returned to the earth and the heavens.
How can you forget how he sounded in Koldeka? I have a terrible memory, I'm telling you, chat. Don't remember. Thank you for watching, Try. We appreciate the company.
Who are you? Why turn your back on me? What? I don't think I should look into your eyes. Well, wasn't that blow a stinger? What's it called? Verbal abuse? The one that always spars with the freedom of speech? Bada boom, bada bing, you get my meaning?
Hey, now, just what is with you?
Me? You can rename him?
Oh, no, I think this is a joke. Oh, no, I remember. Chat, this is actually a joke.
What do you think? Made you think you could name me? Thought I'd be your new friend, huh?
Not falling for it, chat. Almost did. You almost get to name him, but no. I mean, I would have named him Strange Creature regardless.
Well, sorry. Maybe if we'd had more time, then we could have been friends. I'll barely finish on schedule as is, but boy, it would have been fun to adventure with you.
I know. It's a bait and switch, chat. Bait and switch. What are you babbling about? Breaking the fourth wall, chat.
I guess it doesn't matter. What doesn't matter? Who exactly are you? My name is Roger Bacon, the eternal prodigy, lover of science and learning. Huh?
Uh-oh. You okay there, game?
What? Roger Bacon? Yes. Are you here for a delivery? Koldeka told us to come here. Koldeka? You mean that Koldeka? You even know who Koldeka is, old geezer? Oh, of course I do. Wouldn't forget that strange girl. Oh, yeah, she's the strange one. Yeah, of course. Wish we could adventure with him. Can you imagine? Koldeka Ilsant, correct? I see, so the time has come. Why don't you all come inside? It can't be that. I'll be waiting. Come see me, okay? Okay, Chad, I think we'll talk to him and we'll conclude the stream there, I think. Who the heck was that? Roger Bacon. At least that's what he said. Or slow down. Yeah, this game does not like to be run continuously, so I think we should take a break from it just for that reason. But we'll talk with him before we end. Let's go ahead and go down the side path. Unfortunately, he will not join us. He will not read random library books to us, which is very unfortunate. But we can enter his house. And this time, she should be able to use a bit more than what we saw before. See, that's why you came to see me. Mr. Roger Bacon? Please, call me Roger. What is it, girl in danger? How do you know, Koldeka? 10 years ago, those ruins were called the Nemetin Monastery. In reality, the monastery was a jail for political prisoners with life sentences. Oh, we're getting more of the Koldeka backstory. In time, its role as a prison faded away, and the building was bought by a man named Patrick. Then that dreadful incident happened. Dreadful incident? Patrick moved into Nemetin with his beautiful wife Elaine and a pair of servants. But one day, some bandits broke into their home and took Elaine's life. Patrick couldn't accept her death and delved into the deep research of black magic. He finally raised her from the dead, but what returned was not his wife, but a hideous monster. Koldeka defeated that monster and released Elaine's soul. Hey, that story is the same as Jack's at the orphanage. Does that emigre something or other book have something to do with it? You know the emigre document? Patrick's used it extensively in his research. How did Patrick get a hold of the emigre document? I'm not sure, but I think he bought it from someone. A man stole that book from the Vatican. His name is Roger Bacon. Who? Me? But he's actually Cardinal Albert Simon.
So this game is tying together the prequel a bit more closely together. So now we have how the experiments were performed in Koldeka is that apparently this Simon was the mastermind behind it all. And he's pulling the strings.
Maybe he sold the document to Patrick. Albert Simon? I see. He's been concerned these past years with the study of the deepest laws of the universe. I knew it. He hasn't given up. We're fighting against Albert. You know Cardinal Simon? Yes, I know him well. He's a student of mine. Your student? Is that true?
Uh-oh. Game does not like it. The revelation is too intense.
It's true. How long ago was it now? Say about 300 years before I slept here. It's about the time period when he followed the Crusaders and fought against the Ottoman Empire.
And now it's an explanation how these historical figures are still here.
Of all my disciples, he stood out as the finest. In fact, he was too good. Having come from the lowest and poorest class of society, Albert lifted himself up and applied himself diligently to study so that he could change the world. I saw great promise in him, and I taught him everything I knew. Law, philosophy, science, astronomy, alchemy. But in time, he began to question certain contradictions he saw in the world. The ruling classes and the subjected masses. He came to reject a world in which a person's place was determined by his birth, and he lost patience with me when I attempted to moderate his views. In the end, he brought me up on charges before the court of the Vatican. But it was he who the church condemned. Of course. In an age of absolutism, anyone who called for the granting of rights to individual citizens could do nothing but anger the powers that be, whether in the church or the state. Any such person was destined to be condemned as a heretic and locked away forever or tortured to death. The truth is, I knew that he was right. But I also knew that a world in which everyone could live as equals was nothing but a pipe dream. Perhaps it could be achieved in time, as knowledge spread more widely among the people. But for that age, it was an idea much too far ahead of its time.
Chat is deciding whether or not it's Weevil Underwood. I'm not sure, chat. I'm just looking at, like, the English voice actor. James Cathcart. Providing English voices for James, Meowth, and Professor Oak in the Pokemon franchise. I mean, is that the same one? Chat would be able to confirm based off of that name. I'm not super familiar. Yes, it is, apparently. Yes, he's Weevil, Underwood, and Loomis from Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently. Good call, chat. Good call. Now you know.
He plotted revenge because his ideas weren't accepted.
It's because he tore up Exodia, chat. This is the problem. If he didn't tear up Exodia and he just kept it, he would have been the protagonist. Look where he is. It's what it said when I went through it. I don't know what to tell you. He's listed for at least the 2017 and 2018 movies as Meowth, as well as James. And actually, pretty much all of them. Yeah, maybe just for the movies or something. It seems like every movie he's listed. He didn't tear up Exodia, tossed them to the ocean. I mean, that's what I mean. He threw them away. They were basically gone. It's regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Chow, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about regular Yu-Gi-Oh! There's only one Yu-Gi-Oh! I like of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. It's 5Ds. True talk. The other one is like, I like it because it's like quote-unquote cheesy, but I could never sit through original Yu-Gi-Oh! You can't subject me to that again. The mind-bending logic of some of those duels, I can't handle it again.
Roger says, Albert changed after the trial. His cynical smile did little to hide the darkness behind his eyes. Ignoring my advice, he pushed himself to the limit and ended up becoming trapped by the black arts.
Jack Atlas and Kaiba are especially good in Japanese. I actually don't like Kaiba in Japanese. I prefer the English version. But Jack Atlas in English is like no comparison. That's not even fair. He's like weirdly super British in the English version. I find it very distracting. I guess that's how they decided to do arrogance in the English dub, which is kind of messed up, but it is what it is.
He unsealed forbidden magics and worked to fulfill his dream, the total destruction of society. But I feel like I can understand how he felt, in a way. We can't leave him be. Albert will be doing something drastic. Using Coldecca's power. We have to stop him.
I mean, we can have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk, I think, after I'm done with the game. We'll put that in... Well, I'll put it aside. I will acknowledge the chat is talking about it. We'll have it in the chat at the end of the stream. How's that, chat? We'll talk for like 20 minutes on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Heckling Brat says, well, we don't know where he is.
Oh, the game's thinking about it.
If I'm right, he's close. What? I'm sure Coldecca realized what Albert was about to do. In that case, we don't have much time. You're prepared to fight him, correct? Yeah, but I don't know how long we'll last fighting him.
but I won't give up until we settle this. Okay, then, I shall assist you. I'll take you to Albert. Roger, really? His teleporter isn't completed yet, but the vending machine works fine. Get whatever you might need. Wait for me at the Nebenton Monetary Ruins when you're ready. Okay, we're not going to do that. We are, however, going to shop here real quick. There is a strange machine. I want to double check one thing before I get too far, because we're at a point of no return for one of the things. I just want to make sure that we have gotten what I needed. Also, that music is so goofy. Oop, it's struggling. Yeah, there is a lottery member we can go back to now. And I want to do that before we go too much further. There's a strange machine here. Touch it. So we're just going to go to the Continental Zero, and we're just going to sell all the things that we don't need. Sure, I'll raise the price once. We're never going to go back to these, so I might as well just squeeze out as much cash as we can. As again, this is worth as much as an encounter is. Oh, there's the Death Blade. Wow, the Death Blade is really strong, quote-unquote, with magic attacks. I don't think I need either of these slingshots, so I'll just sell them. So again, every single one of these, it's like a free encounter. There's really no reason to do battles at this point, other than to trigger the Red Malice. So money-wise, we're actually doing not bad. There's the Mantle of Nobility, which could be used with Ward Vampire, which is going to make his thing much easier. Look at how much stat increase he gets. He's so tanky, he caught up to the protagonist with one item, even though he's no accessories. That's actually ridiculous. I don't think we want the Silver Talon, or the Grand Bible, or the Four God Staves. What do I want from here? I think I just want armor. Executioner's Sword is kind of good. Yeah, like, you could see I could buy slingshots here, but we found the other one already. I think we'll get the Stygian Robe, and we'll discount this for sure. We don't really need two. I just need to make sure there's one for Rude Hero and one for Girl in Danger. That's essentially all we're doing right now. We'll get some items on the way there as well. So getting every armor possible is also not a good idea. Let's get the armors out of the way. I could restock on my daggers, which I might as well as do. I didn't use as many as I probably should have. I'll just buy them straight up. Something like that should be okay. Actually, we're gonna be fighting the mass. Let's get a couple extra, just because. How many tents do I have? I have 16. Wow, I have way more than I need. That's crazy. I don't think I need anything else here, though. Unless I feel like going for safety. Do I feel like it? No. No, we're over-leveled. Not do safety. Let's go ahead and switch to the Stygian Robes, which, by the way, raises my evasion even higher. Spiritual robe, worn by warlocks when confronting evil, a bit costly, but offers excellent protection, woven from superfine silk thread. It's light and has a unique sheen. Sure, so our evasion rate is absolutely insane right now. We're gonna switch her from the Jasper Cape over to the Snow White robe, which her evasion's starting to get higher. She might actually survive hits. Holy robe worn by white witches during its ceremonies to ward off evil is a powerful defense against envoys from the demonic world, and is proof of high rank as a psychic medium. So she has a small chance of not dying instantly. And I guess he already has the red leather cape. There's not much I could do about that. That's about it. Honestly, we don't need to get the other brass knuckles at all. It's a waste of time to upgrade the thing that was in the shop. by the way, like, even if we didn't have it, because we'll be getting a new weapon for him in a little bit, regardless. But we definitely do not want to speak with him before going further. In fact, you know what? It's still a little tiny bit early. I don't want to progress the plot, but there is something we could do in the meantime. And that is to actually go to London and go back to the orphanage. I believe now that we've advanced the plot slightly, there should be a new character here. Go ahead and save. And again, as a safety precaution, I'm going to be saving over a save file here. I don't believe I've missed anything in terms of missables. Not yet, anyway. But anyway, if we get into any encounters, we are so tanky, it just doesn't matter. I don't think... Okay, the character's not here yet. That's fair. So eventually, chat, one of the times that we come back here, there's going to be a lottery member here. So it looks like we are not quite there yet. Yeah, I think we have to get just a tiny bit further into the game. I'm just making sure there's no hidden lottery member over here. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so we haven't missed anything yet. So we're down to, I think we need 3, 2, and 1 at minimum. And we'll complete the lottery side quest. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I'm really looking for, so I'll leave the save there. We're gonna leave this music on, and we're gonna have that serious Yu-Gi-Oh chat. Listen, you brought it up, and it now has to be discussed. Let's chat for a little bit. So, original Yu-Gi-Oh! So, when I say I like the English Kaiba, let me be clear. I think his character is absolutely stupid. The Japanese version, if you're talking from a story perspective, superior in every single way. But in terms of, like, the selling of the character, like, the voice acting, I love the English Kaiba. I just want to be clear with that. So, they're very different characters. Like, I would, like, even though they go through the same quote-unquote story elements, they're very different from each other. So I feel like they're kind of hard to compare from that purpose. I like the story and character personality of the Japanese Kaiba more, but I like the English voice actor. Very much so. English Kaiba, it just gets kind of ridiculous, especially with the filler arc, when you've seen like 20 million god cards and all these other like ridiculous godlike entities interfere in such ridiculous ways. And he's like, nuh-uh, ancient Egyptian gods aren't real. Just like no matter what happens, it's like, oh yeah, your soul got stolen. But gods aren't real. Like, I don't know, it's just really dumb. Yeah, the 5Ds Japanese version, 20,000% superior to the English version, and you cannot tell me otherwise. The English version is unwatchable. It's not even like funny in like a bad way. It's just bad. But the Japanese version gets hardcore. If you have never watched that before, I mean, it has like vehicular like homicide and like people getting shoved off of buildings. There's a character suicide at one point. I'm like, geez, are we sure this is a card game anymore? I actually like it in like a very non-ironic way. Reading what Rena in the chat has to say. I used to hate Kaiba because I treated Joey, but now I'm like, you're a moron, Joey. I think it's just like Joey doesn't know how to play dual monsters. I mean, have you seen his deck? It's like 38 monsters. At some point, he adds a trap in. What is it, Kunai with Chain? But yeah, he's like, oh no, my 1100 attack monster can't beat the 1900 Lord Raider. I'm like, well, yeah, that's how dual monsters work, Joey. I don't know how you got this far. Spoilers. Remove Jack getting his best card. I never went through the English version because I listened to literally 5 minutes of it and I was like, I can't do it. Just, I can't. It's so bad. I don't even know. I hope they kept the music from the Japanese version, which is fantastic, by the way. If you've not heard a soundtrack to a Yu-Gi-Oh game or the Yu-Gi-Oh shows, they are surprisingly really good. It's hard to say like there's a bad soundtrack for any of those. Joey's deck was full of gamble cards. Yeah, later on he gets like the, what is it, the devil dice and the graceful dice. But like when he originally is in the tournament, he does not have those. Like when he fights Kaiba, for example, in the 1v1, he just draws none of them. I don't really understand. They do their own soundtrack for the English version. That's disappointing. I mean, like, I feel like the classic theme of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the original is good, and it stands out in its own way, but I do think the Japanese soundtracks are really good. Don't forget Panther Warrior. I mean, he can't even decide if Flame Swordsman is a fusion or an advanced tribute. Listen, he doesn't know how to play the game. He can't tell me otherwise. Like, how does the monster work? Who knows? Why does Yu-Gi-Oh! Or why does Yugi randomly have a fusion monster that requires Flame Swordsman, which isn't in his deck, and he only uses it in one duel? Who knows? Well, I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a mess, exactly. I mean, like, I sat through the Atlantis arc. They had no idea what they're doing. I don't know what was happening. They were infinite. They were like the classic childhood argument where they were just like, well, you know what? I'm better than you, and the other person's like, no, I'm better than you +1. And then they did that, but then seriously, and then they're like, well, I'm better than you plus infinity, and the other person's like, well, I'm better than you plus infinity, and that's literally the end of the Atlantis arc. Or in the finale, he just straight up cheats. I mean, there's like really questionable card use in general, because they, like, how many cards he draws from draw cards is random throughout the show. Like, there's one where it has like the guillotine art. I forget what that card is named, but it like sometimes just draws an entire hand. Sometimes it only draws 3 cards. It's not even consistent in its own arc. We're not even gonna say like the difference between it and like actual cards. Like, it is not consistent within its own arc, and I can't watch it because of that. It's just literally the cards do whatever they want. They vaguely sometimes do the same thing. The Scarlet Nova Dragon. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the second half of 5Ds. There's a lot in it that's really disappointing, and I feel like that had to do with the surprising true story that the Japanese voice actress for Carly was involved in a cult, and so they eliminated basically all references to her and scrapped all cult references from the second half of the show. And I feel like that made the show really weak. It's very disappointing. I would be very interested to see what the original story was. I think you could see bits and pieces of it when you watch it, but it's really clear that they changed the ending. It is so clear. There is no way the way the show ended is the intended ending. It is so ridiculously bad. It is such a letdown. And not to mention, it keeps bringing up the Duel Academy, which I always think is the worst part of any Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode. Yeah, they got rid of all the supernatural stuff. It was pretty bad. Last time you saw you're in the middle of the God card arc, someone got kidnapped and led to the finality of that arc, I think. Are you talking about in the original Yu-Gi-Oh, Kirk? There's a lot of God card arcs. I'm trying to think which one you... Is that the Kaiba tournament arc, or is it after that? Explains why Yu-Gi-Oh decided to go sci-fi. Yeah, I think that's really it, is that incident happened. And I feel like they rewrote a lot of the characters to a lot of the things that I just don't like in shows. I feel like Carly became a really flat character, for example, in season 2, because obviously they wanted to just eliminate her altogether. So she barely spoke any lines, and she was just like the standard kind of love interest character. And I'm not interested in that. I like the depth of the character a lot more in the first half of 5Ds. The first half of 5Ds was so good. You like the romance with Jack? Yeah, that's like the first half of 5Ds, but in the second half, it was like worthless. Rebels is the only sci-fi I can handle, and only because it has that epic fantasy element. I watch some sci-fi shows. I watch, you know, things like Stargate or Farscape. Very rarely like a Star Trek. But I watch sci-fi every now and then. Well, I think the thing with that is that the thing with the early 5Ds and why that show works as like a legitimate show and not just some like shill card show like the original Yu-Gi-Oh is, which is like unbearable to watch, is that they actually set up interesting character motives. And I feel like a lot of the times when they had battles with the villains, even if the heroes won, they kind of lost, kind of thing. Because I feel like, for example, when it was Atlas versus Carly, like no matter who wins, it will still not be good for the heroes. So even if it ends in like a slightly predictable fashion, there is still like the sense of loss. And I feel like there's a lot more interesting challenges from that. And I also think what helps 5Ds become more interesting is that the protagonist does use different decks at a couple points in the show, and is shown to like kind of upgrade his deck in general. And I thought that was very interesting. And unfortunately, they ruined that in the second half by him just like BS drawing into his Ultra God card, play the music for his best card ever. And I feel like that's not really interesting to see, where I feel like there's a lot more strategy with like kind of mediocre-ish cards. So even from like a strategy standpoint, I found it more interesting. But oh my gosh, the music of 5Ds is so good, chat. If we were not going to get copyright stricken, I would just play it all day long. There's no way I could get away with playing a Yu-Gi-Oh song. There's no way. Yeah, I don't like the Shining Draw stuff. I just like, no. Remember when this was about strategy or working with whatever you had? Remember that? So ridiculous. Yeah, the original, they duel with the holographic stuff and they can't decide if it's real or not because they're just horribly inconsistent within the episode. Like, sometimes the holographs interact with them and somehow cause wind effects. And then other times they're like threatening to be like blown off of buildings. And then other times it just kind of phases them. It just goes through them and nothing happens. Original Yu-Gi-Oh is a mess. Made no sense. just don't watch it again. It's if you watch it, it's for nostalgic reasons. But man, trying to decipher the plot of like the Atlantis arc, ugh. Or that really horrible, what was it, the Noah's arc? Ugh. It's like that was insufferable, chat. It was so bad. Nothing made sense in it. Things just kind of happened. Like talking penguins. Just throw your hands up in the air. The show gave up. It's fine. But yeah, 5Ds was probably the only season that I like not ironically. Oh no, don't forget the dragon stuff. That's the Atlantis arc. It was terrible. It's absolutely terrible. They're just it's not even like interesting because the characters are just pulling out more BS stuff just to win instantly. I don't know. Want to know why Taya and Tristan were bad? Because they decided to relegate their role to explain the children's card game in the English version. They're literally there to explain what is happening at every 5 minutes because they don't believe you can follow a plotline in the English version. It's totally awful. I can't even listen to it, as I said before. Rewatch for nostalgia, skip Atlantis. I think like some parts of it are like kind of funny and you can rewatch them. Like there's some memorable parts in it. They had characters in the manga, but they didn't play the game in the manga because the manga was more than cards. I mean, like, did they really do anything in that same arc though? Even in the manga? I don't even remember that, to be real with you. I don't think they did anything. Like, you're talking about like season 0 stuff, technically, which also was animated, technically. But it's just in general. I mean, like, even when they're just like the cheer squad, they don't do anything at all. Even in like the filler arcs, they barely do anything. Taya dueled a penguin. Taya dueled Mai and somehow won. That's about it. When the Magic Dragons and the Seal were a calculus show, probably can release them as real cards if the game got completed. They just decided we can release them now. I mean, yeah. So you need to watch season 0. That one I can like ironically. Because it is so stupid that it becomes funny / amazing. It's like, it's not a good show, but it's really funny. Like, not intentionally funny. It's not supposed to be a comedy. But I will tell you, the funniest thing ever is watching them, like 3 grown adults really scared of the yo-yo gang. And they just have people, like little kids just throwing like the yo-yo at them is the funniest thing in the world to me. You cannot take that away from me. It is one of the dumbest things. And I love watching it every time. They're just like, look out, the gang's here. And they just get yo-yoed. I'm like, just catch the yo-yo. It's just, or just like hit the kid. I don't know. Just like, what are they doing? She's one of the best win-lose ratio of any character. So bad. It's certainly something. And some of the games are just ridiculous in general that are played that are not related to it. I know, just I don't remember if the animation got that far. I know the manga did with the Yo-Yo Gang. I couldn't handle it. I was like dying every time I look at it, an image of it. I just remember it's so bad. Or like Mokuba with an Uzi is also really funny, unintentional image. I just love it. If you've never seen it before, chat. It just makes no sense, but I love it. Oh boy, chat. I mean, what else can we say about Yu-Gi-Oh? I haven't really been watching any of the latest stuff, so I have no comment on some of the latest ones. Oh no, that's not true. Whatever was after, what was it, V-Reigns? What is it, Yu-Gi-Oh 7? That was really bad. So I will say that it is not the worst Yu-Gi-Oh I've seen. I think 7's might be the worst. There's stuff I can't even get through an episode. I couldn't even, it split an episode in half. It's like 2 10-minute segments. I still could not get through a whole episode. I didn't really like V-Reigns either. I don't like VR-based things, so it immediately just kind of turned me off. Sevens was really bad. Sevens made like regular Yu-Gi-Oh look like Einstein and a bunch of geniuses were playing. I don't know. And I just don't like any show where the premise is like Duel Academy. It's just like such thinly veiled commercialism. I just can't sit through it. I couldn't sit through it then, I couldn't sit through it now. Just like Zexal. Like, I'm sure Zexal gets very interesting after season 1, but man, just getting through it is just, Arc 5, I think, was the only other one that I bothered finishing, but was it good? No. No, it's not worth finishing. Don't bother finishing it, Chris. The ending is the ending might be one of the worst endings I've ever seen. Somehow not a hyperbole. I think it was even worse than the Atlantis arc. The ending of that show was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. That's something, given that Yu-Gi-Oh! Atlantis arc exists. I think it was dumber than Yu-Gi-Oh! Atlantis arc. I'm just letting you know. It has a very interesting premise, and it had me like through half of the show, but whew, that ending, that ending is bad. Yeah, so it's fine to leave it as it is. I think some of the characterizations are interesting, but when they start actually showing what the deal is with the 4 characters that are all kind of like the protagonist, once it starts going into that, then the show just goes like right off the cliff. Just if that's about where you got, just go take it and leave it. Enjoy where it was at that point, because it does not keep up that quality. It's the most polite way of putting it. Anything else Yu-Gi-Oh related in general? Oh, chat was talking about what was it, Tag Force? I guess technically I could play a Yu-Gi-Oh game on stream at some point. I feel confident at Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think I'm like the best, but I could probably just whip something together. Play it on stream. I don't know if I'll play like classic Yu-Gi-Oh. As I said before, I love 5Ds. So it's like I've played and beaten all of the 5Ds games, and I cheesed them, and I loved it. Like when you had to fight Team Ragnarok, and it's like you fight one after another, I just Exodia'd them and got the free win. Who's the dumbest character in all of Yu-Gi-Oh? Any character in 7s. Any of them. They're worse than Joey. Can't tell me otherwise. They were some of the worst characters. They were bad. They were really bad, chat. If you've not seen 7s, it is just... Nope. Nope. Yuma's still better than the characters in 7. Nope. Shaking my head. Nope. I don't even know I don't know their names in 7s. They're worse. I know. It's like insufferably bad. It's really bad. They have like my first Yu-Gi-Oh level mentality if that was like the protagonist in Friends. There's like one semi-competent character in 7s from the first half of an episode I watched. It was very hard to get through. I don't recommend the show. It's, as I said before, it's not entertaining in a bad way. See, it's like I can have fun with shows if they are like really, really cheesy, and I understand the appeal for that, but sometimes it just feels like corporate garbage. That's where that show went to. Oh boy, chat. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we could play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the future, as I said before. I played the 5Ds, DS games, both of them, beat them, had fun. I technically played, like, the old Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's what I was playing for the longest period of time, so I kind of remember the OP strategies in that game. So I could technically go back to, like, the first Game Boy Advance game, when things like, Ring of Destruction weren't banned, and silliness like that. 'Cause I remember that actually being used when I was playing, so I'm like, It's the kind of goal with Sevens, though. It's meant to introduction series for a younger audience. Exactly. I think that's a big problem with it, too, is that, like, if you thought, like, the character in Zexal was too young and kind of annoying, like, what if they aged them even younger? It's like, just like, the easiest way to explain it. They were like 6. I'm like, sort of not kidding. Like, they act like 6-year-olds, and it is just really tough to sit through. Yatagarasu locks. Did that exist in the Game Boy Advance version? I thought Yatagarasu was banned in the GBA version, even then. I know they let very silly things like Witch of the Black Forest and Sengen in. I remember there's a lot of things like that in there. I remember as soon as you get Summon Skull, it's like Free Wind City. Free Wind City, you get that, and you got the, what is it, Axe of Destruction, and you beat Blue Eyes, and you don't care. You just stock up on 3 Mirror Force, you're good. Remember when Maneater Bug was like the meta? You got Monster Jar, Maneater Bug. So it's like, I'm familiar with the cards. Don't get me wrong, chat. Like, I might hate on the first Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know, I played me some original Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I think the Game Boy Advance one did have a very limited ban list. Like, I know it had limited cards, for example. I'm pretty sure it did. Like, I'm trying to remember, Black Luster Soldier might have also been banned in the game by default. It has been a long time, but I feel like that also was one of those cards that was just quote-unquote too good, and you can only do it unless you get really further back in. Back before Link Pendulum overlay summon nonsense. Yeah, I mean, I feel like 5Ds with the synchro summons made some boring monsters more interesting, but I don't feel like it was, like, super overpowered. So I feel like it was mostly fair. I don't think it introduced anything that was, like, outright cheesy BS, unless you count, like, the Future Sight, where you could sack all your monsters and then summon the Cyber Metal Dragon for, like, 80,000 back and just win instantly. That was pretty bad. I think Joey's dumb Red Eyes is neat. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I never understood the appeal of Red Eyes. I don't understand why I would want to play a monster that has less attack than Blue Eyes, no synergy, and no interesting cards. I've never liked Red Eyes. Red Eyes I always thought was a waste of time. I'm like, why sack 2 monsters for Red Eye when you could just use Summon Skull with any kind of buff and just win? If I'm gonna pull something out, it better be Blue Eyes for 2 monsters. There's no other. I don't think there's anything worth the 2 summon sacrifice in original Yu-Gi-Oh! Other than Blue Eyes. Everything else is just like, or you could have just had a trap instead, which would have been better. Yeah, like when you had like, what was it? When you could pay 500 life to get extra summons. Like then it was like, okay. But even then, like Red Eyes had no synergy. Like maybe in much later Yu-Gi-Oh! They added support, but I'm talking like original Yu-Gi-Oh! And even up to 5Ds, there was like nothing for Red Eyes. It was bad. Like they had like what, Metal Morph plus Red Eyes equals the Metal Red Dragon, which is worse than just Red Eyes Black Dragon with Metal Morph, which is stupid. It's stupid. Like it's dumb. I don't get why you would ever do it, other than just going for the bonus points. That's it. Do you like Blue Eyes more despite my hatred for the color blue? Well, that's unfortunate, because blue is one of my favorite colors. 6 Samurai were cool and never used them. They were pretty solid. I was more of the Monarch into Extra Dimensional Prison. Ha 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 ha, infinite summon, get wrecked. So I'm just like, yeah. I was one of those Monarch players. Those decks were really good. It's just too powerful. So I mean, that kind of just goes into like me bashing on Red Eyes again. I'm like, why would I play Red Eyes and sack 2 monsters when I could do the same thing with Monarchs, but then also destroy their field simultaneously as part of an inbuilt effect, and it has better stats? It's not, I don't get it, chat. The appeal is lost on me. But yeah, I was a big Monarch deck fan. I played a little bit with some of the other ones, but that was my go-to. As soon as I got that, I'm like, oh, it's over. I win the game. That's my auto win. I could just autopilot and just defeat them always. Then I have my Dimensional Warriors to remove them from play. And then I like the one where you can remove like a monster from play with a trap, I think. But I can use that to target my own monster to remove it from play when I board wipe with something like a black hole. And that way it comes back into play at the end of turn, and it dodges their effect. You also like using 5-headed dragon. That also is not a good monster. I hate to break it to you. Not worth the cards. You're so card negative on it. Ever built a deck around Monarchs, but used some of the decks? They are so overpowered. There is a reason they absolutely destroy the 5Ds games. It's so bad. Once you get it, it's over. I mean, the fact that you could destroy like 2 back row of their spells, traps whenever you summon, or you just literally delete a monster every time you summon, and then you could return that monster to your hand with like any of the gimmicks that are involved with Monarchs decks, and then draw it again with the extra summon and literally just resummon the same monster and kill 5 monsters. Like, that's so unfair. Just like, okay. Yeah, 5-headed dragon is one of those ones you just go for the points. You don't do it because it's like, it's not usually your win condition card. You do it mostly to show off. That's what it is. You're like, I have seen the Yu-Gi-Oh show, and that is the villain monster in like every single subplot in the filler arcs of Yu-Gi-Oh. You want to be that villain. That's what it is. You want to be the villain. Seriously, 5-headed dragon was there for like 4 times. Every single time it was the main villain's plot. It's always 5-headed dragon. But yeah, but like the amount of cards you have to do to summon that is just completely absurd. Cards didn't really make a lot of sense early on. So I would say from a strategy standpoint, there's nothing really interesting to summon them into, unfortunately. There's too many criteria to really cheat them out with like the 5D style cards. They're not super useful. Prefer samurais and witches. I don't remember the witches. Are you talking about like what Carly uses? Samurai were really strong. I think they could be very competitive in the 5Ds. Like 5Ds, if I get certain samurai cards, I can kind of roll over a lot of the decks. I don't think they are as good as the Monarchs, but I think they're probably like in the same tier if I had to group off like archetypes. Hachis and stabs are the ultimate weapons. They're close. Yeah, I don't play modern Yu-Gi-Oh whatsoever. I don't even know what the meta is anymore. I just played 5Ds and I was like, I haven't seen a good show since then, so I don't want to pick up the games related to them. No thanks. But hey, that means I'd be willing to play any Tag Force up to 5Ds. Oh, I will not play GX though. I will use GX cards. I will not play GX. I don't want to sit through Duel Academy, chat. I just have one requirement. I do not want to play a Yu-Gi-Oh game where you have to go to Duel Academy. I cannot take it. Oh, you have Morphtronic because you're the Transformers game. Oh. Well, I'm glad you had fun with that deck. But I think, chat, I'm running out of things to talk about with Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't follow the meta, just like having a deck for casual play. Well, I mean, that's the problem. Like, normally if I go and play, like, 5Ds, like, if I don't play either, like, counter meta or meta, I usually struggle towards the last half of the game. It's really hard to win with, like, a complete joke deck. I mean, you could get away with, like, absolute nonsense, like the all normal monsters Exodia summon, where you get the continuous spell card. Wherever you draw a normal monster, you get to draw another card. It's like Heart of the Meek or something like that. Like, I played like jokey kind of decks or gimmick decks like that, but I just don't think they're as consistent as like what actually ends up being meta. A couple of Tag Force games set in 5Ds, I believe. Yeah, see, I don't want to play the GX ones. I don't mind playing the 5Ds ones though. Heart of the Underdog. Thank you. That sounds correct. But again, it's like, will I use that in an actual serious deck? No. But I'll do it as like a joke. Or if I'm setting up for like specific scenarios where you could cheese them, like as I said before, if you have to fight more than one opponent in a 5Ds game, you usually continue with what you have on the field as the opponent comes into play. But that also means if you have Exodia in your hand, you just win instantly. Back to back to back. And that is a really cheesy way to save time. It is very amusing every time it works. Just like, yeah, it was worth it. It's worth setting up the cheese. Very satisfying. Oh, the other decks I think I used to play with in 5Ds were Psychic decks. I played with the Psychic deck a lot. And there's a reason a lot of those cards were banned. I'll put it that way. There is a big reason. I'm just like, yeah, they were really dumb. So yeah, getting a Psychic deck rolling, I think, is how I kind of clear the first half of 5Ds. And after that, I usually switch to Monarchs or whatever I get more cards of at that time. Yeah, Psychics were very, very, very strong and can lead to a lot of easy, like, 2-turn wins. They're a little silly. Just a little slightly unbalanced. But I still don't think they're as ridiculously good as the Monarchs, because again, if you play it versus a deck with like a decent number of traps, those gimmicks don't work as well. But you have to take advantage of the AI meta, where they don't have a lot of those traps, and they have a lot more monsters. So you gotta think ahead, chat. It's not even just playing off of like what was meta at the time, it's like what actually works against those decks. Like when some idiot has like 30 fish monsters, you're like, oh, it'd be a terrible shame if I just never let you play Umi. Let me just ban Umi. Oops, your whole deck doesn't work. Like, come on. See, that you know, that feels satisfying. You just got the card, you got the I think it's called Prohibit. You just name the card, it's like it's over. just ban their combo card. It's over. Just GG, shake my hand, chat. Or what is the other one? I would play some gimmick decks to amuse myself. Like I think I had like a 37 trap deck, and I had 3 of the legendary Sacred Beast monster that could be summoned by putting 5 trap cards in the back row. Like I would do some very silly gimmick decks, don't get me wrong. And I would find them very useful. They were very stupid. But they did actually work against the AI, and that's all that matters. Like, again, would I do it if somebody was being serious and had, like, a good, like, I don't know, like a 25-15 split or even a 20-20 split? No, I wouldn't do it. But if they're gonna sit there with, like, their 35-5 or, like, their 30-10 monster to, like, spell trap ratio, I'm like, of course I'm gonna cheese them. That's what they get. Yeah, I think that deck sometimes I had it in the side deck to put multiple Sacred Beasts in there as a joke. Like I had the trap monsters in there as well, so I could just option select if I wanted to use them as monsters or just trap fodder. But very silly stuff, chat. Very, very silly stuff. So maybe we'll see what happens. Legend of Dragoon is definitely on my list to play at some point. I could technically play it after Shadow Hearts. The only thing I was planning in terms of weekday stream stuff was continuing either with the Mana series, and we would start over from like Adventure of or let me think about this. Final Fantasy Adventure, which is technically Sword of Mana in different translations, into Secret of Mana, into Trials of Mana, into the remake of Trials of Mana. Or I could go the Saga Frontier path. Or we could just pick random RPGs. As I said before, I was always interested in Legend of Dragoon. I did not get very far in it. I don't think it was a bad game. In fact, I remember liking the combat from the demo disc. But I just didn't have the patience to sit through it. And I feel like we can also revisit what I would consider some of the PlayStation 1 classic RPGs, even if they aren't like the best RPGs ever. Like an example of that would be Lunar Silver Star Story. I feel is very iconic on the PS1. We'll probably revisit like Valkyrie Profile, which is probably my favorite game on the PlayStation 1 / my favorite RPG of all time. Definitely want to play Saga Frontier 2. That game was fantastic. And nobody has played that game, but I'm telling you, chat, that game is such a beautiful game. It took sprite work to like a whole new level. It came out right at the tail end of the PlayStation 1 era, so a lot of people just didn't get it. Plus, they saw a 2 in the title. People just skipped it. They're just like, we don't even play Saga Frontier 1. Why would we play Saga Frontier 2? Unfortunately, it's like Final Fantasy, where playing the previous game doesn't matter. They have no relationship to each other. We'll play a couple of those, I think. But anyway, chat, I think I've rambled on long enough. I can't think of anything more to say, except for tomorrow, because we didn't do the viewer request today. This ended up being an extended Shadowheart session. Tomorrow at the normal streaming time of 7:30, I think we are going to have a special session, which we don't normally have on a Friday, and we'll just do viewer requests. So if you want to see some of those games, if you want me to try something, definitely bring it out there. I'm thinking if nobody has any requests they want to pay for or any suggestions in general, I will probably do something like a beat 'em up game or a Castlevania will probably be the options. So we'll give some of those games a shot. I think, for example, Jupiter, who rated us earlier, wanted me to eventually try out Order of Ecclesia. And I think before I do that, I should probably play the other Castlevanias, as I've only really beaten, what is it, Symphony of the Night on stream and Circle of the Moon. So I think I am due up for Harmony of Dissonance, potentially. And also Aria, which I think is Jupiter's favorite game. So I think either of those, I'll probably put it to the vote, as it were, see what the chat is interested in. So now I'm officially out of topics, but I do appreciate you sitting through my rambling. I hope for the people that stayed and rated that you had a good time listening to me kind of espouse on random Yu-Gi-Oh things, but also hopefully enjoyed some gameplay with the Shadow Hearts. It is definitely, I would say, challenging to go through Shadow Hearts from the perspective of we're going with the double increased Judgment Ring and we have to do some commands blind. So it's a lot of reliance off of me memorizing some of the attack positions, which when it speeds really quickly is kind of difficult. But I would say, in terms of Shadow Hearts, what do we have left? Probably only 3 or 4 more sessions. Honestly, if we were just doing main plot, we would probably finish next session. If all we did was just go to the end, and we just wanted the standard ending, I bet we could probably do it in one session. Maybe, might be a little tight with some cutscenes, but 100% if we skip cutscenes, we would finish next session. However, we're going to take some time to go to all of the, I believe there's 3, don't quote me on it, optional dungeons, and we're going to complete all of those, and we're also going to do things like the arena as well, just to say that we've 100% cleared the game. And I might grind off stream, to get the fusion levels up to level 3, just to showcase them. And I think at some point, once we get past the next session, we'll show off the bug involving Malice, because I did say I made a save file before to show that off. So that's all we have to look forward to, I think, in the Remains of Shadow Hearts. After that, we'll play this game's sequel, which I think takes place a year or 2 after, Although I haven't played it, so I'm probably wrong. But I do know it is a close sequel to this game, so a lot of the characters that we see here will be relevant. Whether or not the game's timeline will always take place slightly in the future, to be seen, because I think it might have to do with, like, there might be, like, some time skips. Like, some things are implied to have been close to this timeline, and other things are much further. So how it decides to do that, who knows? But for now, chat, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you again for all the people that followed today, and all the people that stick by after rating. I really do appreciate it. One last thing I think I have to say before I conclude the stream is that next Wednesday, I think we'll be playing some Chaos in Castlevania. So I will update to the latest version and give it a shot. So we'll be doing that as a stream anniversary on 12/1. So stop by Wednesday if you want to do some more Chaos late night. Other than that, chat, I'd just like to say thank you all again for joining, and I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.